storyteller's arena where minds stray. From puzzles to quizzes, facts untold, unlocking mysteries, watch them unfold. Puzzles, quizzes, mysteries unfold. Brain benders meant to keep your mind on fire. Numbers spinning round and round in this game we're feeling found. Puzzles, bright colors loud. Mind is sharp, we're racing time. Epic moments in this climb. Entertainment prime. Brain benders, better, we're here to play. Counting patterns night and day. Solve the riddles, make them sway. Cracking codes and chasing clues. Winning this we will not lose. Brain is what we choose. Fun and laughter fills the air. We're decoding everywhere. Join us if you dare. Brain benders, better, we're here to play. Counting patterns night and day. Solve the riddles, make them sway. Cracking codes and chasing clues. Winning this we will not lose. Brainy's what we choose. Fun and laughter fills the air. We're decoding everywhere. Join us if you dare. Brain benders, better, we're here to play. Counting patterns night and day. Solve the riddles, make them sway.
Hey everyone, tonight's live stream is all about real life. We're going to have a blast tonight. Our biggest wins and our thoughts, and our biggest wins and our toughest failures. We're going on an incredible panel and open up and share some personal stories with you guys tonight. After each panelist drops the mic with their story, the next person will take over. They'll pick up the mic and go on. It's about connection, learning, celebrating the ups and downs that shape who we are today. Get comfy. Let's dive into these real valuable moments. I want to say thank you to everybody on panel tonight. You guys are going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear your guys's true life stories, accomplishments, and failures, because sometimes a failure is what drives us for success. So I'm really looking forward to all of you telling me about your personal accomplishments and failures. So this is going to be great. Chat, please always stay up with us and tell us yours as well. Share with us. Just because you're not on panel doesn't mean that you can't chime in. Like, go ahead and tell us yours as well. Be free to enjoy yourself, be in a safe space, have fun, and get to know people. So I'm going to bring up my co-host Chance. What you got for us tonight, Chance?
I messed up. I meant to play our sponsor tag. Tonight's show is brought to you by Metamucil. It keeps you running. But I'm sorry. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing? That was fun.
Yeah, I want to apologize. Last week I got a migraine while we were on the air and I had to duck out. I didn't even tell anybody. I just was in such pain. So I feel better now. How are you?
Good. It is Saturday night. We're live. We're all together, us YouTube family people together here to support each other. I love you guys because over time, the more and more we go live, the more and more we understand each other, and the more and more we get closer. And the camaraderie is just, I notice the camaraderie is just getting better and better. So it's amazing. How are you doing, Chance?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So who else are we going to bring on right now?
Right now, I'm going to bring up Danny. I'm going to bring you guys up in the order how long you've been in my live stream. How long have you been streaming with me?
April of 2024, I think.
Yeah, but whoever's been on the panel the longest to the shortest. So that's how the order I'm going to go. Ta-da! Okay, so here comes Danny Staten.
Greetings from South Carolina. Good God, I've been here a long time, ain't I?
Hi, Danny.
How y'all doing today? This is going to be an interesting topic.
Yeah.
My brain's still scrambling. I got one good story, but I wished I had a better one.
It's okay, Danny, because we all have our life stories, right? Everybody leads a different life. They go a different.
If I told my life story, that sucker looked like War and Peace would be about that thick right there, buddy, because I got a lot of stories. Some of them good, some of them bad.
Always. Everybody
None
does.
of them boring.
That's such is life, right?
Hey, Rudy.
All right.
Hey, we're jamming.
Don't waste no more time. Bring somebody else up.
Here comes Limey.
Why, hello.
Hello, Limey.
Hello from Limey Land to the other side of the pond. How are we all this evening? Tonight? This morning? Tomorrow? Yesterday?
We're all great. We're all here.
Marvelous. Exactly. We're all here together, ready to rock the mic.
That's right.
And then drop it.
That's right. So if just real quick, Limey, because you do the best at explaining, can you explain what we're doing tonight real fast, please?
Well, you may be familiar with drop the mic after you've just seriously dissed somebody or owned them in a rap battle or something like that. It's just a general turn of phrase now. And tonight's panel will be dropping the mic. But rather than tearing each other down, they are going to be building themselves up and talking about significant obstacles that they've overcome in life or achievements that they've had to work hard in order to achieve. I'm good with vocab. So it's a case of build yourself up and then drop the mic like you just roasted your life and your hard circumstances in your life. And then the next person in the panel picks the mic up. And along the way, hopefully we can compliment each other, learn something, and maybe even have a laugh.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun and interesting.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Sick 2210.
Hello there.
My friend. How are you doing, my friend?
Tired. I haven't stopped moving. Been from Georgia to North Carolina to Minnesota to Toledo, back to Wisconsin to Toledo. Now we're going down to Memphis to Louisiana, and
wow, yeah.
But I'm on a miracle run right now. I don't know. I got to deliver a load by 5 a.m. on Monday with a load in between, and they really think that's going to work. I don't see it happening, but whatever. I'm just tired.
Wow.
You sound tired.
You gifted some memberships, BBB. That's cool.
Did.
I forgot to turn my doggone thing on.
Hey.
Oh, well.
I did. I randomly did. And I'm going to randomly do a few more before the end of tonight. So.
How do people need to get in on that? They have to turn on membership, right? The little dollar sign in the chat?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think if they want to subscribe to the channel, they click on the dollar and they go to membership and they could purchase it. If I gift it, it's random. YouTube picks. I don't get to choose who I could give membership.
You don't get to choose, but in order to receive a membership, there is some kind of little button you have to click on to turn it on. You can't.
That's what you said. Yes, that's what I was referring to.
Eligible.
Yeah, I think.
And I don't know what that is. Oh shit.
I think on computers you have to click in where you type in the chat window. The little chat window to the right is a symbol of a $sign. Yes. So if you click that, it then allows you to gift memberships, super chat, super stickers, and also I think the settings there to receive gifts. I can't check because I've already got mine turned on, but I'm pretty sure the toggle switch is there to turn it on. So
cool. So all you guys in chat, go ahead and toggle your memberships on because I'm going to be giving some more out. We'll see if you guys can get one. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Zach. Hi, Zach.
Hey.
How are you, my friend? My little brother.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Oh, did you? Cool. Did Limey say it correctly?
Pretty close. When you click the $sign, go to membership gifting.
Okay.
Oh wait. What? I just did it. Oh, go to membership.
Membership.
Come up, say join this channel. Go to the top of that. There's the 3 dots, and you go to gift settings, and there you can toggle it on to allow gifts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, so that would probably be why like a lot of people were like, why are they never giving me a membership? I'm like, I don't know. I try all the time. I try
you have to. But it is also random. I think it's random, but it does tend to go by the people that have had the most interactions with the channel. But it depends whether how YouTube weights that. But yeah, I've even received them when I haven't really watched the channel because everybody's got one. So it's gone to me just because I'm subscribed. So not very often, but yeah, it does happen.
Okay.
I will keep mine turned off to give better chances to everybody else.
Shane.
Taking one for the team.
Hi, Zach. Sorry.
Zach, are you good? Okay, I'm gonna bring up Tug.
Hey.
Tug.
Hello,
friend.
Well, hello.
And then we will have, I think, 1 or 2 stragglers tonight coming in a little bit later. They're still currently busy doing other things. But yeah, we're just going to keep this rolling.
Surprises, yes.
Yes, adding to the surprises. Okay. So I wanted to tell you guys, so you guys you heard me all backstage. You heard me in the intro. So our biggest wins and our toughest failures. That's going to be tough because like we're going to expose like a naked tree in the winter. Toughing out the elements. That's what that is.
I'm not exposing myself on the live.
No, I mean emotionally, like telling your biggest wins.
I know.
Hey, not on my channel. This is going to be.
Can I go first for the first question?
What's up?
All right, Zach. Good job. Let me get Zach up here. All right, Zach.
One of my biggest accomplishments is proving my birth doctor wrong. When I was born, the doctor told my parents I wouldn't achieve much in life because of my cerebral palsy. They doubted my abilities, but I refused to let their words define me. Now, I run Unique Prepping, where I educate and inspire others about preparedness, self-sufficiency, and the importance of community. I also help stolen spirits, bringing awareness to missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Beyond that, I create content, design logos, build websites, and develop apps through my business, ZW Designs. Despite my unique abilities, I've built a platform that helps people, challenges stereotypes, and proves that determination can overcome doubt.
Are you good? All right. That's awesome. Zach, I really like that too, because I think you have achieved so much. Like, I think that and the way that you handle life, the way that you face, life. I love that you're always positive, you're always there to help other people. You're about support, and I just love having you as my little brother. So thank you. All right. Anybody else want to go next? Anybody?
Well, you heard birds chirp on that one, didn't you?
Yeah, crickets even.
It's hard to follow up that one.
Oh, look
Okay.
at mine.
You'll go?
Yeah, I'll get
Shane
it out
says,
the way.
I'll go. Okay, Shane. Go, Buff.
It's kind of a process. It's like in 2000. Stay with me. This is going somewhere. In 2000, we rented. Me and my cousins rented this truck, 4-door Silverado, and it was like a new body style, the 4-door Chevy pickups. And I always said, "It's like, you know what? One day I'm gonna get me one of these." And after that, life just kind of fell apart. Was with a good-for-nothing girl, basically ex-wife, that just was a leech. Had to let her go. Went out on my own. Tried to change jobs. Car broke down. Life fell apart. Somewhere around 2009, I found myself living at my buddy's mechanic shop. Sleeping in like one shop had a area above the office. I'm living in this shop. And we went through like 3 shops, and I'm just down in the dirt. And we were trying to get him to do less because it was affecting his health. And he was like, made the decision. It was like, you know what? I think we closed the shop. And I was like, you know what? Time for me to make a change too. Because I thought about that truck every day. So I came to this, and it was terrifying. I come from a family of truckers, but just the thought of getting behind the wheel of one was just like, can I do that? Can I pull that off? Went to school. Well, went to a company that taught us, schooled us, and everything, and ended up becoming a natural at it. And maybe 2000, that was 2012, 2015, I bought my truck. It was in 2011, GMC Sierra 4-door. And I would stare at that truck every day. I was one of those people that be there in the driveway just staring at it and like, yeah, that's mine. That's mine. I finally got it. I did it. And with that, it took to getting off my butt, getting out of that shop, getting a career. I'm here 15 years later, still doing this. And I still got that truck too. Getting ready to get another one. But yeah, turning my life around like that. That's probably my greatest.
I love that, Shane.
Trucking changed my life.
Yeah. I think you changed your life with your mental. You transitioned somewhere. You decided, I've got enough. I want more. I'm better than this. And you did it.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
Hating every minute of it.
Stop it. So I think that's a really good accomplishment in life, and I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Very honored and complimented to be your friend as well, because it takes drive to do that.
Yeah. Not too many people get to live the life of BJ McKay.
All right. Are we good, Shane? Without you? Good? All right. Yeah. Who wants to go next? Chance.
I guess I'll go.
Chance.
So like 2019 was one of the worst years of my life, professionally, personally, every kind of way. And I'll try to be quick with this. Shane knows about this. He was a listener of one of our 6 Atlanta Cumulus owned radio stations at the time, WYEY. And I was there as an advertising executive for years, for like 5 years. And the CEO of Cumulus, named Mary Berner in New York City, she has no experience in broadcasting. She was a CEO with Reader's Digest print magazine. She decides to agree to a 4-station deal, which is undervalued of what the stations are worth in terms of the billing of the ad revenue. This included a Heritage rock station in New York City. It was part of this 4-station deal. And basically, I became a dead man walking. They wanted to transfer me to Pensacola, Florida, and I have so many collectibles, it wasn't possible for me to pick up and sell and move there. So I just took a severance package. But what really sucked was our station was kicking butt. It was a talk station, and it had a big family. We were doing events, and thousands of people would show up to meet the on-air talent. We'd go to restaurants, bars, and the market manager, who was from Seattle, hated us, hated our format. It was a talk radio station. It leaned a certain way that the general manager of all 6 Atlanta stations, opposite of his beliefs. So he didn't give us a marketing budget for billboards or anything. And it was all listener driven. All these events were all listener driven and sponsor driven. I came up with a Super Bowl party where this guy won, thanks to a home theater company sponsor of mine, a giant, like 100-inch TV in his home. And the talent showed up. I showed up, and we threw him a Super Bowl party. And that's another
I
story.
remember that.
Yeah, and one of our sponsors was Church's Chicken, and they didn't have a location in that area, and that was something I was concerned about. And so was Shannon Burke, one of the on-air people. He got really mad at me, and I went out with the gift card that the Church's people gave me, and I went to a pizza place and got the food, and I tried to save the day. But at the time, it was kind of a nightmare. We didn't have any food, basically, because it was supposed to be catered by Church's Chicken, and they have churches in Texas State and other states in the USA, depending on where you're at. You may have heard of Church's Chicken. Anyway, so what happened was when they sold our station, the FCC had to approve of the deal. So we were basically dead man walking, and we didn't know when would be our last day. It wound up being May 31st, 2019. And so every day was like, well, when will these guys take over? The people that bought us is a outfit that just bought another big Atlanta radio station, which is Christian rock station. And they just flipped to K-Love. K-Love is out of California, and it's automated. So they put all these local people out of work, and they just pipe in, they beam in their programming, and they don't have advertising. It's all based on donation. Won't you please give? You are healed. That kind of thing, that shtick. And so they act like they're poor, but yet they have millions and millions and millions of dollars to buy radio stations that have huge signals all over the USA and turn it into one homogenized Christian rock station. I call them the phony Christians. And I got that from Jim Gossett, one of the on-air people, a comedian, a stand-up comedian. He actually came up with that. But so that was bad. But you know what happened? One of the listeners put together some partnerships, and we bought a radio station, a 50,000 watt AM radio station, WTZA, 50,000 watt daytime station. So I put my show on the air, the Nostalgic Pod Blast, on weekends for a very brief time, but it was on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. And Al Hardy and I did that. And then this guy, Tom Williams, came on board after the 3rd week or something. One of our buddies, he's a director at the Weather Channel. Now, also why I say 2019 was a horrible year was my acting agent retired. So I lost my agent on the acting side, that helps me book principal roles in commercials and television and movies and things. And she retired. Also, at the going away party on May 31st, 2019, for the last day of 1067 WYY, we had a big party, and so many thousands of people showed up. Well, on my way back from that party, some woman from New York sideswipes my car, and I have an accident. But so the good part is, right, the drop the mic moment for me. Let me pass along, because I've talked way too long. Is we thanks to this guy Will Regan, and some other investors like Stefan King and Jamie Flat Earth Jamie Chapman. He runs a trucking company. He's a trucking guy. We started our own station. Then COVID hit and killed that station because all of the major advertisers pulled out. So what happened? I started a YouTube channel for the Nostalgic Pod Blast in July 2020, And just today I hit 7,000 subscribers. And I just hit 5,000 not too long ago. So I'm very grateful to each and every subscriber, and I monetized the Pod Blast. I'm just trying to build Chance Acting Demo because I'm about like, I think 70 shy of 1,000 there, where I can do ads there and you know, make a go of it. So I'm hopeful I can pick up some subscribers.
You're an up and coming channel though, right? You're like, you know,
yeah.
So people want to get in now before you hit 10,000 and say, I was there before this guy hit 1 million. That's where he was going. If you want to be a die hardcore fan, get in there now, guys.
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't think I was there before he was famous.
Oh, please.
Are you kidding me? I feel real good. I've been with Chance since he had, what, 400 subscribers?
Yeah. I met you. I was live with this guy, Danny Cochran, another Danny. We're doing a comic book live stream from his house in Athens, Georgia. And you popped up and you said, greetings from South Carolina in the chat. And I said, hey, who's this? And this was in, I want to say 2021 or 2022. That's the first time, whether you remember it or not, I remember it.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
I even remember why I popped up in your chat.
Yeah. So that was a major setback when we lost WI. It's because it was comic books, because we were showing monster comic books. Danny focuses on monster and horror.
Why? Do you know why I popped up in your chat that night?
I have no idea. Because
this chick we know named Sarah sent me you live, said, you like this guy. He does comic books, Dan.
Oh, yeah. You mean, well, that was part 2. Like the very first time. Are you talking about back in 2022 when I was live with Danny Cochran just doing a comic book unboxing? She prompted you back then? I know she did recently.
Yeah,
like
I think I do remember seeing that a long time ago.
I remember it clearly. I remember you because I thought that was very unique. Greetings from South Carolina. It just stuck out in my mind. So,
but it's still very possible. Sarah was the first one who sent me that link.
Yeah. And so thanks to Sarah, I've restarted my acting career and I'm starting over again. I haven't tried to get another agent. You have to basically perform a monologue and have new headshots made and all this. There's a process. Take more acting classes. I can do that and I'm going to do it. But I've been acting, starting over, and I've done some really cool things. I mean, even that I can't talk about, even the other day, Thursday, I can't talk about it. I did an action thing. It's going to be really cool when this thing goes on the air in just a couple months. I can't wait. And then I can talk about it, but I can't even say what it's for. Yeah.
There's a comment on screen for you.
Let me see. Is it from Sarah? Let's see. I'm scrolling down here.
No, it's on
Flat Earth Jamie?
No, I just had it up. It was on screen.
Oh, then I won't touch any buttons.
There you go.
Oh,
as you've been talking, I've been keeping up with the comments.
Yeah, K Moon, and yes, it's K-Love. They suck. Yes, it says Chance. That sucks. It's always a shame when they put local. It went away. It's always a shame. It's always a shame when they put local people out of work. Sorry to hear you went through all that. Yeah, it sucked. The severance package was good, but it was a shame because we started our own station and we had almost all the on-air talent back, and I was there and I had my show rocking and rolling. And then friggin' COVID hit and a lot of these advertisers pulled out and we had to sell the station. But now, thanks to YouTube, I'm monetized and things are rocking and rolling and I'm making money. I'm doing things and I'm hustling. And it's all coming together, all my life experience. So, don't let anything get you down. And the final thing I'll say is K-Love, man, I don't know how it's legal. They have like tax protection. How can they be protected from paying taxes when they have millions and millions to buy up all these great radio signals? They are ruining radio one community at a time. They are. And they bought out The Fish, which is a huge FM Christian radio station, have been around for decades here in Atlanta. And I don't listen to that kind of music. I'm not against it now. I know our friend Zach is very spiritual, so don't misunderstand. I just despise K-Love because it's homogenized garbage and they beg for money acting like they're on their last legs when they're not. To me, that's fraud.
That could be the same true of any kind of like section of the radio or media even, isn't it? It's like the effect of companies with huge amounts of local radio here is commercial, and it's basically the same station up and down the country. They've got the same playlist, the same different adverts, but the same playlist, and it's all just like you say, homogenized rubbish. Yeah.
It is. It's rubbish. Exactly. And I want to say thanks to Sarah in Southern California because she really lit that candle under my butt to get back into the acting world, and it's been going great thanks to this agency I'm with now. And
Oh,
I'm
cool.
really, really, really grateful. I just had a nice training session with him on Friday. I can't talk about that either, but Friday remotely. But
The thing is,
But
I'm
we're gonna have some awesome, really good shows in the future when he can talk about it. So just
yes,
stay
yeah,
tuned.
Right?
this
Yeah.
is it. So
Yeah,
again,
we
get
will.
subbed up.
yeah.
Great stories
It's
to,
like gonna
to
it's gonna
come.
build
Absolutely.
all the tension and drama to figure out what's going on. Everybody in the
Yeah.
chat's on the interweb right now trying to figure out what chance is into in Georgia.
And Kay Moonan's right. That's exactly what they do. They buy these huge signals. Where is it? Hang on.
yeah.
That's okay. They buy. It's really shameful. I think they disguise themselves as these Christians with big hearts, and all they want is a big signal so they can reach as many people as possible to beg
We need
for
your
money.
money.
There's no advertising. Yes, and I'm not against the church. Full disclosure, but in Atlanta, Georgia, there was a great 70 millimeter theater. It was called the New Columbia, and a church bought it so they could tear it down for more church parking. So I do have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder against phony Christians. I just do.
Yeah, it's phony anything though, isn't it? It's when people say that they've got sincere held beliefs and really they're just after making money. It doesn't matter whether they're like environmentalists, Christians, or even content creators. You get people that are just terrible.
Yeah.
Here's where you guys can go subscribe to Chance. I put the link up on the screen. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh yeah, actually, I want to push or promote. Push. I sound like one of the Caleb
There it
people.
is. Chance acting demo.
Chance acting demo. Thank you. And now I'm going to pass the mic. Who to Tug? Right?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I don't have a mic.
Okay, I'll try to keep this short.
You don't have to. Like, we're here to hear, like,
okay,
we want to know. We're curious minds want to know.
Okay, well then, when I was in 5th grade,
here we go.
It all
no. Honestly, when I was in 5th grade, I wrote a short story for class. Like, we all had to write short stories, and up until this point in my youthful academic career, if I had to do something like that, what I would do is I would wait till the last minute, and then I would come crying to my mother, and she'd do it for me. But this time I actually did it myself. I actually wrote the story myself. And then after I turned it in, I got really sick. I think I had my tonsils out. I was out for weeks, right? And then when I come back to school, I mean, I wrote a short story. It was just about my gerbils. It was just about my gerbils escaping from their cage and running amok in the middle of the night. So when I come back to class, and again, I'm in 5th grade, and I'm the quiet kid. You know, I'm the kid who sits in the back and just doesn't do much. Everybody wants to talk to me. Everybody wants to talk to me about this short story. And I'm like, why do you people know about this short story? Apparently, my teacher, Mr. Rudzik, had liked it so much that he had actually read it to the class while I was gone. So then I've got people just like all over me, just like wanting to talk about this short story and how great it was. And I'm like, I just came up with that in the middle of the night. I don't know what I was doing. And I think at that moment, I knew without any doubt in my mind that I wanted to be a writer. And so from that moment on, I was constantly writing. I would stay up all night long and write stories. I would write really bad, edgy poetry like all young kids do. And like by the time I got to high school, I was already writing full-on books. And I was really like learning the ins and outs of narrative and all this stuff. But I was still kind of nervous about showing it to other people. Anyway, jumping ahead, by the time I was in college, I wrote a book called Paradox, which was about time travel. It was all crazy sci-fi stuff. And I started showing it to my close friends, including the woman who would eventually become my wife. And they all loved it. They thought it was great. They said, you should publish this. You should publish this. You should publish this. And I'm like, I don't know. You should publish this. You should publish. So I started the long and arduous process of trying to get published. And if you don't know what it's like to try to get published, it's like banging your head against a brick wall for years at a time. And I did everything. I did everything right. I did all the query letters. I called agents. I cold called agents. I went to writers' conferences. I joined writing groups. I kept writing through all of this, but like I started to figure out that the publishing industry, like any other industry, is kind of, well, let's just say it's difficult. I don't want to get too political. And during this whole thing, I managed to get like an award for writing a novel for my Maryland Writers Association, which was a pretty big deal at the time. For a book that I've never actually published called Thessia, I got an award for it. And with that, I was able to get my foot in the door with an agent, but the agent never quite pulled the trigger on me. And so that never happened. And at that point, I'd been doing this for 15, 20 years trying to get published, and I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. I just needed to have something published because that had been my dream since I was in 5th grade to get published. So I did it myself. I went through Amazon. The great democratization of the publishing industry is what they all talked about. And I got my book published. And I did all the things right up until a point. I got a professional editor to really like take a fine-tooth comb through my book to make it feel like it wasn't an amateur's book. And yeah, I got it. I got it published. The only thing I did wrong was I didn't market it. I didn't like have a what's called a grace period between like having it ready and then actually publishing it. You're supposed to like build up some kind of hype and stuff. I didn't do any of that, but I didn't need to. I wasn't looking for success. I wasn't looking to become famous.
Published.
I just wanted to be published. That was the end goal, and I achieved it. And it took 20 years. And for some reason, I have yet to publish a second book, even though I've written like 5 more since then.
You're like, did that, got the t-shirt.
Exactly. I was going to also talk about having my son and raising my son because I'm more proud of that than I am about my book.
Absolutely. Please.
Because when he was born, a lot of things went wrong, we'll say. In like, I'll talk about this in a future question because I know what the questions are.
Oh yeah, you saw them in the private chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me so well. You guys know me so well.
But I knew I was going to be a stay-at-home dad. I knew that was my thing, and my son had special needs, and I was the right person for the job because I knew a lot about special needs. I had taught special needs in college as I was going for my secondary education degree and stuff. And the first few years were some of the hardest years of my life. Not because they were, I'm not going to say I was sad or depressed, nothing like that. I was thrilled. I was happy to be having a kid and doing this, but I was stressed out of my ever-loving mind. It was so much harder than I ever could have imagined. And the whole time, I'm having a panic attack, like years-long panic attack. I'm doing everything wrong. I'm screwing this up. My kid's going to grow up and he's going to be awful. I don't know what I'm doing, and so on and so forth. And my mother, who I kept calling because that's what you do when you're that stressed out, you call your mother. She just kept telling me, as long as you're worried, you're doing it right. And it took a couple of years for that to really like get hammered into my brain. Yeah. If you're worried, you're doing it right. If you're not worried, you're probably doing it wrong. And so now my son is a teenager. He's doing fantastic. He's got way better grades than I ever got. He's not a delinquent like I was. He's and I couldn't be prouder of him. I'm so happy. And like I said, I am more proud of him than I am of this book. And this book, I'm extremely proud of.
Yeah, exactly.
But my true legacy isn't my writing. It's not. It's myself. And I think I know that now. So that's it. Now I'll drop the mic.
Drop the mic. That was awesome, Tug.
Blimey.
I think that a lot of us have things going on in our lives that a lot of people, like, they just see us up here and they don't realize like what we've been through or what we deal with on a daily basis. They just think that they know us through the small, short little spurts of our life that we share with them. So it's really nice that you
yeah, and I might seem like a really easygoing, laid back guy now, but if you'd known me 10 years ago, I was out of my mind. It's taken a long time for me to get this zen about things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, I guess I'm the last one. No,
Um,
Limey.
yeah.
I was like, no, Limey. All right, Limey, it's your mic.
Well, it's like Tug said. There's I could say, bringing my son up was an achievement I didn't think I had in me, especially at such a young age. I was going to make an off-color joke, but I'll save that for later. But as you say, like, people get to know us through what we talk about on panel and maybe on other platforms a bit, but yeah, we don't all necessarily talk about the trauma or things that have taken, like getting a book published for 22 years and things like that. So yeah, you can never tell what somebody's been through, what they've survived, and what strengths they might have in different areas just by looking at them. There's no way. So so the one I want to talk about was when I was about 20, and I'd only just been a couple of years out of my parents' house, and very shy and socially awkward. And I've been trying for years to get better about that kind of thing, but I still had some work to do. And I had a friend who was about 40, and she was like, her dad was hard of hearing, and she'd, as a result, developed an interest in learning BSL, which is British Sign Language rather than ASL. So it's basically the same, only the words, the gestures can be a little bit different because some of them relate to cultural things that were understood at the time the two languages were developed. So I decided to learn that. And one of the things was I was always, I'm interested in lots of different things. Perception and communication are two big things. So I was very interested in languages anyway, but I like, in the UK at the time, you basically learned French at school. And then if you were any good, you could do it as a school leaving certificate, a school leaving exam. And my French teacher actually said, Limey, do not bother. And I was like, I'm so glad you said that. So, because I hated it and I was rubbish at it. But so this was a language that I thought, well, I've got an interest in learning. Motivation's a big thing in being able to learn. And it bears a lot of relation to English, even though it's also different, especially at later stages. So, so my friend June was very gregarious, very friendly and outward going and stuff. So we were like, oh, we'll go together. And I thought that'll help me get over my shyness in a room full of people I don't know, doing something where you're going to essentially, be talking in front of other people, but in a language you're not familiar with. And with sign language, I knew enough that you had to show the emotions of what you were saying as you were speaking. So as well as gestures and making clear gestures, not like being a mouse about it, you also have to smile or frown or show that you're concentrated or excited about things and all of that. So I was also thinking about advocacy work later on and trying to add for people in court and things like that. I knew there was a demand for it, and it was an opportunity to do a job that I felt actually meant something and did something, as opposed to at the time packing boxes and moving them from one side of a warehouse to another for 8 hours, 9 hours a day. So I went and started that course, got on really well with it, got on well with the people there. And then my friend dropped out, and I was like, oh, sugar. I don't really want to continue this on my own because I'm getting on with the people, but being here on my own, continuing. But she said, oh, you need to carry on. I've got these other things I need to do. So I carried on with it, completed the course, got passed my stage 1 British Sign Language. And unfortunately at the time, working in the factory warehouse I worked at, the stage 2 of British Sign Language was at the time, half of the cost was being met by the local council. And about a month before I was due to start stage 2, the council withdrew the funding, the price doubled, and the price was essentially 2 weeks of my wages, 2 weeks worth of my wages. And there's just no way I could have saved or got hold of that kind of money at the time. This is some while ago. So unfortunately I couldn't do stage 2, and then other life events overtook me later on. But it was something I was proud of for enjoying, overcoming the shyness, even though my friend left shortly after it started. And I can still remember how to do the alphabet, and I'm still interested in it. And thing was as well, didn't at the time they slightly changed how they approached the course, and it wasn't just about teaching sign language, but also learning something about the deaf community, how sometimes the opinions in the deaf community were at odds with the opinion of the hearing community, especially surrounding cochlear implants at the time, and things like that. So it's just really interesting learning like things like doorbells are connected to the lights, so they flicker when the doorbell goes, or that you can have an alarm clock that's actually a vibrating alarm clock and you put it under your pillow. Just things like that, just really, really interesting, give you a different perspective. And there was a program on TV called See Here, and I used to watch it, and it'd have subtitles, and I'd watch it like at half speed because obviously they're signing at the speed somebody talks and you're not familiar with the language. So just really interesting. And yeah, and every time I see sign language in media on TV, I'm always interested to see if I can still like pick up anything that they're saying. So yeah, so that's my thing. The end.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic, bruh.
That was good, Limey. Like, that's really good too, that you actually put yourself outside your box to do something that you were uncomfortable with but wanted to achieve anyways, because like you say, you were shy and you still stepped outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, as well, after a while of starting there was a really cute deaf girl that was there, so that helped motivate me to continue on anyway. That always helps.
Yeah, that definitely would work.
I don't think mine's going to be very long, BBB.
Okay, Danny, you ready?
Yeah. You know, I really feel like I'm worried about sounding like a 60 Minutes interview that went wrong or something. You know, a little bit of word salad, but I had trouble coming up with something for this. I really did. So I could just come up with a life-changing experience for me.
Okay.
When I was really young, like 15, I got volunteered for weekends at an elderly people's home, an old folks home. I had to spend 12 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday, at the old folks home, cleaning up, mopping, and spending time with elderly people. It's a wonderful thing in South Carolina they got called community service, but I won't go into all that. But you get all these wonderful opportunities. I also worked at the animal shelter for a while on another occasion, but this one was really life-changing because even though I had been a bad boy and got into the situation, once I got to the point where I was at these nursing homes on the weekend helping with the elderly people, I didn't hate it. Because even though I had to do horrible things like clean bedpans and mop floors, there was hours I spent in a room playing checkers with an old man or listening to records with an old lady or something, you know? And I got to hear so many stories of the past and got to talk to World War II veterans who could tell the greatest stories on earth. That is what gave me a lifelong love of history, especially the 1870s to 1950s has been the most interesting part of American history, no doubt, during the World Wars and the early parts of the 1800s and 1860s, especially the Civil War and stuff like that. I'd actually got to talk to like some 100-year-old people who had lived, their parents had lived through the Civil War and they were Civil War grandchildren and stuff, and they had heard stories they could repeat. So I got to hear lots of really cool stories. So sometimes a bad experience can change your life forever in a good way.
That's a great story.
Danny, I love that.
That's a great story.
I love
that's
that,
really cool.
Danny.
And even after the community service was over, because I don't know if it was because that I just wanted to volunteer, to be nice, or the fact that one of my grandfathers was in that nursing home, that I'd volunteer on Sundays sometime for a few hours and go over and just because I wanted to and hang out with the old folks. I did that for many years.
That's really cool, Danny.
You learn a lot if you listen to elderly people.
Yes.
That is very true.
Yeah, for sure.
This is why I was so close to my grandfather, because my grandfather used to sit and tell me World War II stories about
Same.
history. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just sit for hours and just listen. It was amazing.
I was lucky that my grandfathers lived as long as they did. I was lucky my dad lived as long as he did. You know, my dad was way older than my mom. My dad was a pilot in World War II.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My dad
He
was 10 years older than my mom.
My dad was almost 70 when he married my mother, and she was way younger.
I was watching the movie Von Ryan's Express one day, and my grandfather walked in, and he said to me, "You know, I was on that, right?" What? Apparently, he had been on the Von Ryan's Express and had like broken his leg jumping off of it. And so I got to hear that whole story, which is pretty insane. And he's like, "Yeah, the movie's silly. The movie got everything wrong."
You had to be there.
So that was interesting. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. That sounds interesting, Tug. Like you're like, excuse me, what?
What are you talking
Like
about?
you're at the real place?
This was a real thing? I didn't even know it was a real story. Like I just thought it was
Yeah.
like some crazy World War II story that was made up. But no, it really happened.
You're
He
like,
was
this
on it.
writers.
You know, I think one of the reasons I liked Indiana Jones so much is because with that leather jacket and that hat, he dressed like my grandpa.
Yeah.
Mm.
My grandpa always wore a fedora.
Yeah, I swear to God, Indiana Jones looks like a picture of my grandpa when he was young. But it ain't really Indiana Jones. He was a big fan of some movie, something about the Incas with Charlton Heston, and that's where he got his look from. I think he was always talking about this Charlton Heston movie. As a matter of fact, he told me that he thought the people from Indiana Jones stole that character from a Charlton Heston movie. I can't remember the name of it. Something about the Incas.
Soylent Green is people. No, that wasn't it.
Good.
Okay, BBB, now it's your turn.
Okay. My turn. Gotta put myself.
Secret of the Incas is the movie you're talking about. And yeah, just looking at a picture, he does look like Indiana Jones.
My grandpa always said they stole that from that. He went to his grave talking that. He couldn't stand it. He didn't get no credit for it.
Anyway, sorry.
And you're fine. I'm not. I'm just listening. I love listening. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll wait. I'm not in a hurry. So basically, for me, I joined the Navy. So I was actually in a high school there was a high school shooting when I was in school. I took 2 stray fragments of bullets to the chest. After that, I really, really, really wanted to do something for my country. My grandfather was military, he was World War II. So I joined the military after I graduated. I was wounded while serving the military. And just to make a long story short, they told me I could not have children. So the fact that towards the end of my time in the Navy, I actually got pregnant. The doctor that told me that I couldn't have the kid, that did the surgery, that told me that I couldn't have the baby was like, I don't know, I've ran the test 6 times. I need to send you down for an ultrasound. I don't know what's going on right now.
Life finds a way.
It's the grace of God. It was the grace of God because I was so devastated. I wanted to be a mom so bad. And so when so they put me on bed rest and they made me take extra care of myself during the time that I was pregnant and stuff. And I've actually, my daughter, they didn't know. They told me it would be 50-50 that one of us might pass away at birth. But nope, we both survived. And I think around the year mark of her life, she was about a year old, my ex-husband and I separated. And I said, I'm going to raise this child by myself. Like, I wanted her, like, I'm raising by myself. And it's not like he was upset. He was actually ecstatic when we got pregnant with her. So it's not like he was upset or anything. Like, I didn't like pull a trick on him or anything like that. But like, to make a long story short, I raised her all by myself. I worked 3 jobs, went to school, and raised my daughter by myself. And I literally provided for her, and she is an amazing person today. If you guys go back through my live streams, she's been on my live stream twice. She's an amazing person. She's funny. She's beautiful. She's fun. She's caring. She's giving. She's not a menace to society. She literally turned into just an amazing person. And I made her strong because I didn't want her to go through life being a victim. And so when she would come to me as a mom, like when she was young, there was this kid that was making fun of her, and he told her that she had big thighs. I said, what does he know? You're in 5th grade. What does he know about having big thighs? So I said, what is he, the thigh master? And I said,
Yeah.
you need to turn this around on him. You need to turn around. Don't you let him pick on you. And so the next day I went to pick her up, and she wasn't crying that day. I went to pick her up. She ran to the car. She dove into the car. And she's like, Mom, I told him he's not the thigh master, and he had Opie ears, and everybody laughed at him, and he ran out of the room crying. I was like, there you go. But she just,
No, then you crank up the boombox. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Turn around on them, man.
Exactly. And that's what I taught
That's
my
good.
daughter.
That's good, parent.
I taught her to like
And
turn
your
it around
now,
fast.
darling, right? You're more like sisters. Are you not? Or am I wrong? I'm just
We're
making
very
an assumption.
close. We're
Okay.
very, very close. When people and I go out, because I don't look the age I am, and she is my mini me, even though she is very slender, more slender. But if you saw a picture of us, like a few years ago, like we're twinsies. I just got chubby. So, but that's okay. Life happens, and I'm not worried about it. I'm happy in life. So
Well,
I'm
some
good.
people believe that the bigger the old cushion, the better the pushing right there, baby.
There you go. I got Kardashian back there.
Read my mind. I'm about to say that.
Yeah. So my biggest achievement in life is actually raising my daughter on my own, focusing on her and making her a priority, and going, like, I literally don't know how many days that I had 4 hours of sleep because I was like, or 2 hours of sleep, or still had to plug and push on because I had to put food on the table. I had to pay the rent. I had to pay for her to, Christmas presents, and just make life. And one time, one of the things that really made me really emotional is I was between jobs because the company had been purchased by another company. And so they did all layoffs, right? So I was between jobs on my main job. And my daughter says, Mom, I'm hungry. And I just lost my job and like just paid the rent, and I didn't have any money. And so my daughter and I made it this game to dig out all the change in the couch. How much change is in the couch. And we came up with, like $5 or $6. So we drove down to like Jack in the Box, and I got us, 4 Jack in the Box tacos or whatever it was. They're like 2 for $1 at the time. And we blasted music. And I asked my daughter not that long ago, I said, what is your favorite childhood memory? And she goes, do you remember when we dug all the change out of the couch and we drove down to the Jack in the Box and we got tacos and we danced in the parking lot and we listened to music and we had a good time? I said, yeah. She goes, I knew you were stressed out. I knew you had no money. I knew what was going on, but that was so sweet that you literally like just made it where it's not scary. I was like, really? That's your favorite childhood memory? And she's like, yeah. Wow.
You're gonna make me cry.
Look what Kay Munin said to you, Chrissy.
Yeah. Yep. And I wanted, I'm the type of mom, even though my ex-husband and I separated and he was with a new wife, We still went camping. We still went to dinner together. We still did things together because I wanted my daughter to know it was okay that we were separated. It was okay. We were still okay with each other. Therefore, she's okay. I never attacked her father verbally or anything because that's part her. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's half of her. And if you attack him, you're attacking half of her. So I always was just very supportive, like, especially when she was very young and she would ask me, where's my dad? How come I don't have a dad? My answer was always, you should be very proud of your dad. He's in the Navy. He's serving our country and he can't be with you right now. But because all these kids are playing with their dads, that's why. And she took that forever until she got old enough to know, like, no, my dad just didn't come around. But she made her own decision. I did not help her to make that decision whatsoever. She was an actual adult when she decided that what she wanted to decide. And I still don't say anything bad. I don't. So that is my biggest achievement is that I have dedicated most of my life to raising my daughter. And just so you guys know, a friend of mine, I adopted her daughter because she wasn't able to care for her child. So when Sierra was about 7 years old, I adopted another girl and helped raise her. So I'm proud of my babies.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Till her mom was able to take her back. So yeah, I stood in for her. But yeah, that's me. Hope you guys are okay with that.
Of course. That is, like Nicole says, Nicole 22, huge achievement, Chrissy. I love that story.
Thank you, Nicole.
And Diamond's Creations and Current Events says, oh, Chrissy, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody loves a good mommy story.
A good mommy story. Psalms 241.
I know I got such great memories of my mom. I never will forget the first time she run from the law and we had that high-speed chase. It was like being in a Smokey and the Bandit movie. She was such a great mom.
Just like quality time together.
Yeah. Or she's drinking a fifth.
I remember her pulling up on that. I remember her getting way ahead and getting off the dirt road and cutting the lights off and pulling up on a hill and sitting there hitting her bong, watching the police roll on by.
Ah, memories.
Like Friday the 13th Part 3D, or they're in the back of the van eating the weed. Oh, man, the cops go by the van. You know, they think they're after them. Those old hippies.
My mom actually met Cheech and Chong and went on a party with them in Reno, Nevada. Like, literally.
They're smart. Cheech has been on Jeopardy, Celebrity Jeopardy, winning.
My mom literally went out partying with Cheech and Chong in Reno, Nevada.
My mom hung out with Elvis Presley.
Wow. That is extremely cool.
Dan and Doug, remember Don Ray Chong, like Chong's daughter, and she was in like I always want to say it's not Chariots of Fire. It was out around that time.
Caveman or something.
Yeah, I always forget. Wait,
Quest for Fire. Quest for Fire.
Not Chariots of Fire.
Movie.
Yeah, she's naked in it. Yeah,
I watched that movie 10,000 times on cable. When it first came on cable, man, I was like, "Wow!"
I love that, and that and Excalibur, right? That ran all the time on HBO and Showtime when we were younger.
And the Excalibur movie where they're on the motorcycles, that ran all the time too.
Zach, want to say something?
Excuse me.
Four.
Sorry, making this crap sugar water.
Everybody cast your votes for that. I say 4.
Yeah.
Put them in the chat.
Can I go first for the second question?
Yes.
Sweetly.
Absolutely. Knock.
What's the second?
One of my biggest failures was letting my heart lead me blindly in relationships. I have a big heart, and for a long time, I tried to love women so much that I didn't stop to see what I was actually doing. I gave too much of myself without realizing that love isn't just about giving, it's about understanding, balance, and knowing when to walk away. That experience taught me a hard but valuable lesson. Real love isn't about losing yourself to please someone else. Now, I still love with my heart, but I do it with wisdom, self-respect, and the understanding that love should be mutual, not one-sided.
That is a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah, blimey.
Oh, you think you got it bad, buddy? I've been married 3 times. I've had triple pain.
That's yeah.
Stupidity is making the same mistake over and over.
I thought that was the definition of insanity. Doing the
Yeah,
same
I
thing
think-
over and over again, expecting a different result.
Right.
Einstein said it. But the
Yes,
thing is,
yes.
And
Yeah.
supervillains don't know they're evil.
Well, of
Yes.
course.
well, I do, but shh, 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 shh. And the thing is, like, you can be rational and logical about things, but actually keeping your emotions and reason in balance can be quite difficult, especially when it comes to squishy love feelings. So yeah, I think that's I think a lot of people could relate to what Zach said to some degree, to a larger or smaller degree. So yeah, tricky lesson.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm good.
You go next?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tug.
I'll wait till I'm
Yay.
big.
I make you big. There you go.
There we go. Okay, so as I alluded to, when I was 5 years into my marriage, we were living in Maryland. Things were looking great. We were actually on a road trip driving down to see her parents, and she was feeling really, really like really happy, like unusually happy. And we had just figured out that the reason she was that happy is that her hormones were going crazy because she was pregnant. And on this road trip, going to go see her parents, when everything seems like it's going aces, it feels like life is going great. She's got this cushy government job. She's making a good deal of money. I was able to quit my job so I could be the stay-at-home dad. I could get all ready for that. And then she gets fired. The government, let's just say I don't like the government very much. They decided that because she had lied on her initial resume about drug use from college, that they could fire her because she was a security risk. They took her security clearance away, and without a security clearance, she couldn't have a job. Right. Anyway, there's a long backstory there, and it's all full of nonsense, and I don't want to get into it. But that was a huge moment in our lives where it felt like all of a sudden everything was great, and now everything is terrible. We had to move immediately after my son was born. We had to move back to Florida to my parents. We moved in with my parents and my grandparents. Actually, we were all living under one roof. That was insane. And we lived there for a year. The first year of my son's life, we were living in Florida with my parents and my grandparents. And me and my wife both felt like failures, that it had come to this point where we're living with my parents. I mean, come on. But what we weren't really paying attention to was the fact that this was a blessing in disguise. We were able to have a year where my parents and my grandparents would get to know my son. And at the end of that year, my wife did get a job, and we moved away. And around the same time, my dad got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And that was rough. That was really, really rough. He died like 6 months later. But I always think back on that year where I had my parents and my grandparents and my son. We had 4 generations living under one roof, and my dad was able to spend a year with my son. And even though he was gone, he always had that. And my son doesn't remember, obviously. He was only a year, but like he feels like he has some understanding of my father because of that. And he sees pictures of when he was a baby being held by my father and stuff like that. And I learned all these life lessons from my mother and my father while I was trying to raise a child in the first year of our first year of his life, while we're stressed out, scraping by. We had to declare bankruptcy, yada yada yada. It felt like the worst moment in our lives, but at the same time, looking back on it now, I think it was one of the best. And we were so stressed out, we didn't notice it, we didn't realize it. And yeah, I got to stop talking because I'm about to cry. So that I think was a big thing for me.
Wow. Deep. That's so sorry about your father. That's
Well, that was
man.
Yeah.
sorry for that.
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
True.
It's not a cliche,
Yeah.
but that's so hard. That's so difficult.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
It's a lesson I've learned a few times in life that when you get hit, you have to recontextualize it. You have to see it. I don't mean to get religious or spiritual, but it's kind of like, bad things happen for a reason. When I got fired from my first job, it was around the same time that my future wife said, "Hey, why don't you move up to Maryland and we'll get married?" So I've learned that when bad things happen, there tends to be something on the other side of that is beautiful and good.
That's optimism too. That silver lining for that.
You have to live that way. You have to realize that and live by that, so that when bad things happen to you, because bad things are going to happen, you're going to lose people, you're going to lose things. The world's going to punch you a few times, but as long as you remember that there is something else on the other side, and there are lessons to be learned and good times to be had in the future, I think you'll be okay.
Positive mental attitude. That's awesome. I could learn from that because I get pissed off easily. Very short fuse. I've gotten better at it, but listen to your story. I'm going to replay that a couple of times. Dang.
Okay, stop. Make me small. I'm feeling teary-eyed. I'm getting self-conscious.
Hey, man, real men cry. I'm just saying.
You here, Battlefield Productions. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey guys, I gotta help put my mom to bed. So can you guys carry chat for me? Let Mayhem go and get caught up.
Yeah, we'll just talk about Super Bowl for a little bit.
Where am I carrying chat? Where am I carrying it to?
Mayhem
over there.
Yeah, restart the whole stream.
No,
I'm just kidding.
So Mayhem, we have what's one accomplishment you're proud of that took serious effort to achieve?
Well, can he introduce himself? Because I don't know who this is.
Oh, this is Mike. You've been on panel with him before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hello.
Chris,
hey, yeah.
What did you say?
He doesn't recognize the channel. That's okay. It's my new channel.
What's
okay,
that,
I get confused. That's what threw me. Sorry.
Hey,
it's all right.
Go ahead. Let the new guy go ahead and fill in the other questions. We done went
Chrissy,
through. So
go ahead, Chrissy. Take care of Mama.
Yeah. So, Limey, what was that you just said real quick?
Hello. What did you say Battlefield's name was?
Oh, Mayhem, because that was his old channel.
Oh,
Sorry,
Mayhem.
Mike.
I'm just concerned that we've been dropping him all night. I just wonder if he's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry. Bad joke. I'm sorry.
I think a lot of people
I'm
call
sorry.
him Mayhem. So, right, Mike? A lot of
Hey,
people call
Corey,
him Mayhem.
Corey, you can't steal that joke, Corey. That's Limey's joke.
Yeah,
Hands off Corey if you're out there. Corey's comedy channel.
All right. So tonight, Mike, we're dropping the mic. We're talking about and if you want to, you could go to private chat, but I know that you're driving. So what's one accomplishment that you're proud of that took serious effort to achieve? And then the other question that you've missed, and then you'll be all caught up with us, is what's a failure that you've taught you a valuable life lesson? So that's where we're at.
That's a good question. Okay, so
Thanks. Okay, I'll be back.
Accomplishment that I had achieved that took effort. I would say it, for both the failure and the accomplishment was the accomplishment for a year and a half. I had strived to make a search and rescue organization. And it started off when there was a tornado that ripped through northeast Arkansas, went all the way from North Little Rock all the way up to like Wynn and almost into Missouri. And a couple buddies of mine called me up and said, "Hey, man, we got to do something. Let's go do something." So we loaded up my SUV full of bottled water and canned goods. I went into my prepping stash and I got a bunch of canned goods, and we loaded up the SUV and drove out to Cabot, Arkansas to meet up with my buddies out there, and they loaded up water and cereal and rice and all kinds of stuff. And we had the back of the SUV just loaded up. And we went out there, and this was March 31st. Or the tornado hit March 31st. So April Fool's Day, we went out there to Wynn, Arkansas, because we were going to go to Little Rock, but it had so much media attention that we decided we were going to go to one of these smaller towns that probably doesn't have a lot of attention, that needs a lot more help. And so we went up to Wynn, Arkansas, and we really wanted to get on the search and rescue, because there was a trailer park that was torn down, and there was firefighters there and everything. And they told us, they said, we've got plenty of people, but come over here. There's a staging area. And we got tasked to help the road crew once they were done with the search and rescue. The road crew was supposed to go out there and, clean up the roads so people could get back into their homes and whatnot and find out the damage and everything. And they released the road crew early because the search and rescue wasn't done. And we got out there, and we're just standing out there, and we're like twiddling our thumbs, and we're like, what do we got to do? And ran up to the fire chief, and I said, what can we do? And he said, can you make sure you block the road, because the state troopers took off on us and people are trying to get down this road. So we used the vehicle to block off the road. And I had one guy down there, and then we were out there searching, helping the teams search. And we donated the food and everything, dropped it off. And on our way back, once they released everybody, we had a conversation, and we're like, man, that was surprising, because I talked to the fire chief and several others out there, and we found out that a lot of the search and rescue that was out there was from either Missouri or Tennessee, because they didn't really have any search and rescue out there. It was just firefighters doing the best that they could. And so all these other agencies came in, and we talked about it and said, hey, let's go ahead and do this. This was an experience and, an accomplishment that we made. So the next day, April 2nd, I started getting everything in order to make a 501c3 and work on becoming a search and rescue team. I got all the certificates I needed, and I told the guys, hey, this is the certificates we need. And we started recruiting people, and we had about 30 people at one point. And, people were coming and going, oh, I can't do this. I've got too much going on. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So we did this for about a year and a half, and we were starting to make a name for ourselves. And then, so that was the accomplishment that we had. And I was really proud of the search and rescue team that we had made. And we had made friends with rangers and game wardens and fire departments and police departments all across the board. And every single one of them said, this is exactly what we need, because we have maybe 2 or 3 on the, and the game wardens had maybe a couple guys that were trained in it, and the sheriff's department had a couple guys trained in it. but they didn't have like a dedicated organization that just did search and rescue. And so we were really making a good name for ourselves. And then the failure was me not really focusing too much on quantity, but quality, or not quality, but quantity. Anybody that said, "Hey, I want to help out," we were like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Well, we had a couple bad apples that joined the organization, and they started spreading lies and rumors, trying to tarnish the name of our organization and mainly targeting me. And the failure was I let that get to me and I shut the whole thing down. And I'm not proud of that, but good news is another accomplishment is I had some people that were dedicated. They knew what I was doing. They were proud of what I was doing. They said, "Hey, you can't stop. You got to keep going. We really need this." And so they encouraged me to start up a new organization. And we discussed it. And we said, you know what? We've learned from the mistakes that we have made. And
Mike, can you turn on your camera again?
Sure.
Serena says that she needs to be able to lip read.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Okay. Hi, Serena. Yeah, I forgot Serena has the lip read. So yeah, that was my biggest accomplishment, and my biggest failure was the creation of the organization and getting the people involved. And my biggest failure is allowing for drama and allowing for people to slander and do that and just shut everything down. But now the biggest thing I've learned from that is you're going to make mistakes. Even if you are well versed and well experienced in whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have people dog you. You're going to have people make fun of you. You're going to have people spread lies, make rumors about you.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing is you cannot let that get to you, because the problem is not you. The problem is those people. They have the problem, and those people that were bad faith actors that made friends with me and then flipped everything on me. The problem with them is they saw a good thing and they saw how much attention it was getting, and they wanted that. And now shutting it down was both a bad thing and a good thing, because the bad thing was I shut it down, but the good thing was they didn't get what they wanted, because they gave me an ultimatum. Hey, you do this or we're going to do this. And I knew I knew what they were doing. They were trying to take over, and they were going to try to claim it as theirs, even though I put I spent thousands of dollars on uniforms, gear, equipment, everything. And Zach's been along for the ride. I've told Zach. Zach helped me out with a lot of things. Zach helped me out with the website. And Zach can tell you that that's the truth. And so, but Zach has always been the biggest supporter of it. And he was one of the ones that told me, dude, do not give up. Don't let these people get to you. But I'll be honest, Doug said, about getting emotional and everything. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I worked so hard for that, and it all happened right before Thanksgiving. And when I shut it down, I reflected back on it, and I really had nothing to be thankful for, because I worked so damn hard. And excuse my language. I worked so damn hard on that. And for somebody to tear that away from me hurt me to the point where I didn't want to live anymore. I really didn't. I was thinking and contemplating suicide because that was my baby. That's what I strived for. That's what I worked for. And it took me about 2 weeks before I could even smile again. But I had Zach and I had others that cared about me and were worried about me. And to this day, I'm still here because I'm still fighting, and I'm never going to give up. Never going to give you up. Never gonna, no, sorry, didn't mean to rickroll
Never
you
gonna
guys.
give you up. Never gonna you down.
Yeah. So, yep.
I love
That's
that, Mike. That is such a
Powerful.
like tonight we have
Yeah, seriously.
delivered some stuff tonight, boy, let me tell you. And Mike, I remember when you shut down, and I was so upset too. I remember Zach and I was working on some graphic stuff behind scenes in StreamYard, just not being live. And Zach had told me what was going on, and I was just like, please let him know, like, I'm here to support him. Like, and we couldn't wait for you to come back. So Battlefield Productions, welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, stronger.
And
Stronger,
that's one of the things. If you watch my videos, at the end of my videos, every YouTube channel pretty much has like a motto that they give, right? And so I came up with the idea that I was going to let everybody know life is a battlefield. Prepare to conquer it is my message at the end of the videos.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I just love that.
So yeah, and Zach, I talked to Zach, and when I found out Zach, like me and him cried.
Bye, Funky.
We cried. So Tug met real man cry.
Yeah. No, like,
it's true.
They really do.
I remember Zach telling me backstage when we were just working on some stuff, he was so upset. He literally had tears running down his face telling me. And I was like, Zach, we're going to be okay. Like, we're going to bring him back. We're going to bring him back. And we're going to help him grow. And we're going to support him. And you're here tonight, and you're getting exposure, and you're getting your word out there, and you're letting people know the truth. So that will set you free right there.
And then that's why I always feel bad. Like, I know you guys have probably seen the YouTube videos or the TikTok videos where a woman asks a man, when you're in your darkest hour, who do you call? And all these guys say, nobody. I have nobody to call. And I'm thinking, that's sad. You need better friends.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely.
You need better friends, because I have plenty of friends I could call and say, hey, man, like Zach is one of them. Zach is one of them. I can say, hey, man, like, I don't feel like living anymore. And Zach would be like, no, bro, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to get a prayer chain going. You stay with me, brother. What's going on? So to those men out there that think that you have nobody to turn to talk to, you need a better circle of friends, is all I can say. If you can't turn to your wife, I'm sorry, you need a different wife. If you can't turn to your friend, you need a different friend.
I also think
there's always somebody.
Like an internalized thing that guys tell themselves that they can't open up to their friends when, like, I think if you talk to anybody, even if it's somebody you only know slightly or somebody you only know like online, if you call them and say that you're having these issues, they will usually listen and they will usually help.
Every single one of you guys on panel has been there for me at one time or another. Every single one of you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I value you guys. I look at you guys as my YouTube family. And it's like, if you guys ever needed me, I'd be there too. But I mean, like, Shane was there, like, God knows what crazy hours of the night I was calling him. But yeah, Like there was a situation and I was calling him and he answered one-eyed, but he answered, it's like, right, Buff?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Somebody must be going through a tunnel.
Yeah, Mayhem got stuck for a second.
I got
Chance,
stuck.
you're muted. I think if you're trying to talk, Chance, you're muted.
No, I'm not trying to talk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. I was just going to say, Jerry Dobson. Yeah, he says you call God, he always listens.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
all have each other.
Thank you.
I think that this is a really good group of people that we have here. I think we all support each other. I know that I think everybody on this panel has my phone number. And if you need something, I don't care what time of day or night. I'll
You
be
have
there.
collected a very supportive group of people here.
Yes, I have.
It's very nice.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's because like I have a vision for my channel and I want my channel to be very diverse. I want it to be very open. I want people to be able to come here and it be a safe space. And I want them to be able to find somebody on this panel. A lot of people say, oh, but the panel is so big, blah, 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 blah. No, I want you to be able to come in here and be like friends or cheers and find your favorite person. Find somebody you connect with. Find somebody you have things that you agree with or don't agree with. But then also love everybody else because guess what? We all have intellectual things that we're going to contribute. And you're going to find in there that you relate to something. And
even
that
Danny.
Yeah, I love even Danny. I love Danny.
I hear you, and you're right. Nine's a little too much.
When you come to this show right here, it's like going to the bar called Cheers. Where you want to go where everybody knows your name and a bunch of characters. And one or two of us might be a little on the Cliff Clavin side. And the other ones might be more like me on the Norm side. I'm sitting on my bar.
Norm!
I'm just the bartender, so whatever.
Yeah.
Please don't put yourself on a level of
if you can't,
I know. Thanks,
if you can't find anybody to call, guess what? Because most people are at work, Hey, call me. I'm just driving a truck for 11 hours a day.
Oh my gosh. I
That's
have to
it.
tell you guys what happened to me
We had to
Friday.
get that story from the other guy.
Let me tell you guys what happened to me on Friday. I'm just going to make it quick.
Oh.
Ooh.
I got a call at 7 o'clock in the morning saying that one of our drivers was stranded on the freeway. His transmission fell out of the bottom of his truck on the freeway.
My goodness.
And I was like, what do you mean his transmission fell out of his truck? And I was like, our truck just went into the shop. And that was the truck that they gave us to use while our truck was in the shop. And I'm like, so this could have happened to anybody. Like, that's so scary. And the fact that if it happened to another facility, like we're way less busy with people on the roads and traffic and stuff. Like, it was probably the grace of God that it happened in Sacramento and not in LA or San Francisco. Like, where people probably would have died. So I was like, I'm kind of grateful that it happened in Sacramento. But my goodness. I'll pour you something strong. What do you want? Tell me your drink. I actually was one of my third jobs raising my girls was a bartender in the middle of the night. So I would go 2 nights a week and I would bartend and I got a lot of tips.
But you're head and shoulders over AOC because she's a dumbass. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
She was the bartender.
Okay, well, when I was a bartender, I created a thing called Pigtail Tuesdays where I had all my cute friends come in, wear pigtails and schoolgirl skirts, and everything looked like it was popping, and all kinds of people came flooding in, and I was making $800 a night on a Tuesday night.
Is it a tilted kilt? You ever heard of tilted kilt?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Yeah. There you go.
We called it Pigtail Tuesday. And it was popping. And all of a sudden, all the girlfriends of the guys wanted to come dressed that way, which brought more people in. So the owner of the business actually came in one Tuesday night. And he goes, I just want to know what you're doing to get so many people in here. There's more on a Friday and a Saturday. You have more on a Tuesday than a Friday and a Saturday. And I said, Pigtail Tuesday.
Did you get a bonus for that concept? You created it.
He actually made me manager and gave me better nights of the week. But What? But yeah, but once I lost Tuesday, I didn't have Tuesday.
So much better than Hooters, right? That's so much better than Hooters.
Yeah.
Did you have to wear those stupid like nylons, or could you show real leg?
No, we were allowed to wear like
Stockings?
knee high. He didn't tell me I had to wear anything. I just did
Cool.
So you could have been
just did
nude. You got one.
That's what I heard.
Wait,
Well,
you don't have to wear nothing.
anything?
I
Whoa,
used
I'm
to
going there.
I used to buy shirts that were called tip shirts. I would call them tip shirts because it would let just a little cleavage out. But I would call them tip shirts. And I'm like, oh, this is a tip
Careful.
shirt from Barnes.
Tip shirt.
Yeah.
Tip.
Tip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Tip.
Yeah, you can probably
TIP.
change the subject right
Yeah.
now.
So you
Not
could get
PIT.
tips in the jar.
Parental advisory comes in. Is that what you said,
I'm
Dan?
sure, I'm sure them's the tips that come to mind.
Thank you,
Anyway.
Jamie. On behalf of the panel, she's offering a line of communication. Anybody that needs help.
Thank you. Thank you,
Always
Jamie. That
good.
is sweet. Thank you. Because everyone needs someone out there to know that you aren't alone. Everyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
If
that
you
can make
are
a huge
alone, you're
difference.
not.
Just
You're
one
not.
person.
Go
being
ahead,
there.
Chance.
Well, Limey's trying to say something. I'll hold it. Go ahead.
Sorry, it was just like Battlefield is what he was saying about what happened and how he felt at the time, which is not surprising at all. Like just having one person, such as Zach or anybody that you feel that you can call to talk with, like can make a big difference. And there's so many men and women that don't feel like they've got friends, but they're not like quality friends or friends that they feel that they can call at 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it can make a huge difference. And the thing is, if you reach out to somebody, you may find out that they were waiting to reach out to you as well. So yeah.
Or maybe they need a friend as well. Like you don't know
Yeah.
what's going on in their life. Maybe you could help each other, pick each other up, carry each other.
Otherwise, we all just suffer on silence, alone, surrounded by other people.
Exactly. And that's why we
Yeah.
wind up feeling alone. Yeah.
And you could be in a room full of people and still feel alone.
Oh,
You need the
absolutely.
right
You know,
people.
I think that's one of the reasons I come here on Saturday night and hang out with all y'all. I consider y'all closer. I see you guys, especially Chance down there, way more than I see anybody in my family. And most of I'm kind of old, and most of my friends have long since passed away because I lived with a rough crowd as a young person. All my friends were into bad things that didn't go well for them.
Hell's Angels? Any Hell's Angels?
Yeah, actually, they were called the Road Jammers. That's another story. But as a young person, I ran with my family was all police officers and military and strict and haircut.
Look at your kids.
And
FBI agents and
my
stuff.
kids got ruined like that by the family. But I was different. I had long hair. I rode a motorcycle. I hung out with bikers and horrible people that did bad things. I wasn't like the rest of them. You know, all the rest of my family wore button-up shirts and ties and suits. I wore Black Sabbath T-shirts and got in trouble a lot. You know, I was messed up. I was different.
I decided at a very young age that I was not going to have a career where I had to wear a tie. Like, and my whole family, I have a family of lawyers and doctors and
Yeah.
The only time I ever wore a tie was when I went to a funeral or a wedding.
Right, exactly. That's the only time I'll wear a tie.
And the 3 times I went to weddings wearing the ties were nightmares made over. None of them ended.
Danny, this is why karma came back to you with all of your children. Tell us what your children do.
Yeah, well.
Good night, Jerry.
Night, Jerry.
Good night, Jerry.
Most
Good night,
of my
Jerry.
children are currently serving in the United States military, but 2 of my children are serving with law enforcement. And I'm very proud of my oldest daughter. She has just been appointed by President Trump to White House staff, and I can't really talk about that.
Wow.
But she's FBI,
U-14
right?
classified.
Yeah, she was FBI, and now she's with the
There's a
National.
lot of people on this panel with
Okay.
secrets.
She has been,
Secret.
she was with the FBI. for
Backstage is
years.
amazing.
Well, she was with the FBI for years, and now she is with the National Security Agency.
Very cool.
Yeah,
You
that's
must be
awesome.
so proud. For real.
Absolutely.
Sincerely.
And you know, it's funny because sometimes you'll see someone and like I see people at work all the time, right? Because I'm terminal manager, run around. Everybody's going, they're doing the routes, they're coming back, they're doing their things, they're doing everything that they're doing. But sometimes you'll just pick up on they're a little off today. So I'm the kind of person that's very attentive to like a change in someone. And I'll just kind of go out there and I'll like, hey, can you come here for a second? You know, like pull them aside. Can you read this to me like on a label or something? Like, what's going on with you? You okay? Need somebody to talk to? And I think this is probably why I'm like one of the top managers of my company.
Yeah. But you can be hard when you need to be if somebody deserves some discipline.
That's
Right?
why they call me Mama Bear. They do call me Mama Bear.
The claws will come out.
Yeah.
Let me point this out. They say everybody has a superpower. And your superpower might be the ability to read people and walk through a crowd and know who's having a problem. I saw that in a movie with Bruce Willis once where he could walk through the crowd and pick out the bad guy in the crowd.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, Danny, that's weird
I
you
remember
say that.
movie.
That's weird that you say that because I remember
I've
one
always
time.
had the ability to tell you right off the person and who's a bad person. But I know the bad people because it takes one to know one, just saying.
It's really weird you say that because I remember just not that long ago, I was somewhere in it was a very populated area. It was like an event of some sort. And I remember I walked past this girl and I felt her. Like I felt just her just, and I walked over to her and I said, "Can I have a hug?" And she looked at me kind of weird. And I said, "You look like you need a hug." And I gave her a hug and she looked at me and she just kind of looked like she wanted to hug me again. And then recently, and I was telling Limey about this, there was a girl and she was in the store and you could tell that she kind of was a hard life. She was wearing a dress that was like all the way down to her ankles and everything. And she kind of covered up everything. She long hair, had her makeup done, but you could tell that she was kind of like on drugs and stuff. Like, but anyways, long story short, she had a cart full of stuff. And she would pull one thing out and look at it and then hand it to the cashier and say, "Can you tell me how much this is?" And the cashier was so patient. The cashier sat there and was like, "This is 25 cents. This is $5. This is $10. Do you want it or not?" And she had, I'm talking a cart full of stuff. At the end, she left with 2 bags and just pushed that cart aside of what else. And she just kept getting a running total. But she looked like she was getting really nervous because she thought people behind her were getting aggravated because she was like so incomplacent. Like she just, "Oh, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want." And anyways,
Like you can afford. Yeah.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
she kept getting a running total from the cashier. And so when she finally turned around and she goes, "I'm so sorry." I said, "You're okay. You're in here doing the same thing we're all doing. You're shopping. You're okay." She started crying. Like she literally was like, so like she looked like she wanted to hug me with her eyes. And I said, "You're fine. You're fine." And I turned around to the people behind us and I said, "If everybody just had a little bit of patience, it'd be a better world." And everybody just kind of stopped tapping their feet, stopped getting aggravated. And then one of the parts that was aggravating me at this point is 2 of the other workers there at the store. You could hear them just off to the side having a conversation, not helping with the line that was piling up. And this one cashier.
You know, in South Carolina, somebody hit you in the head with a can of salmon.
So what ended up happening is when she was done, she turned around to me and she said, "Thank you." I said, "You're welcome." And when I got up to the cash register where the girl was the woman was that was actually cashing her out, I said, "You deserve an award," because that was amazing. Like watching that was so kind, so patient. You deserve an award. And she goes, "Thanks." I was just like, you had no help. You had nobody around. These guys were over here chit-chatting, you know, like they weren't coming. And it wasn't until she was cashing out that these 2 came over and grabbed 2 registers.
Can I jump in and say something to your point real quick?
Yeah,
I did the same
absolutely.
thing for this sweet postal worker was by herself at Cumberland Mall.
Mhm.
It's closing time, 6 o'clock. She can't even close the gate and people were just lining up. And I had prepaid eBay items. She goes, "Do you need to ship those, sir?" I said, "Yeah, but I need a receipt." She goes, "Come on." And so she let me skip the line. So what did I do in return? I said, "I'm going to turn people away because it's past 6 o'clock and you still have a line to deal with here." And I did. I'm not saying that, pat myself in the back, but I'm just saying she was an amazing person like you're describing in that store.
Yeah.
overwhelmed, but
Oh,
kept her cool. And so I returned the favor. You know, it's the least I could do.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm no
Yeah.
bouncer, right? Luckily,
Right.
everybody was cool with it. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're closing, dude. You know,
thing is,
some-
Chance, I think, like, you know, good looking guy and your acting ability, I think you probably just stepped into the role and they all were like respected your authority.
I had to turn only 2 people away. Some got it because I would just point to the hour sign, you know, and point to my watch. But 2 people were like, you know, do you work here? I said, no, that's my friend. I sort of fibbed. So my friend's working here and she's trying to go home. And she's got 8 kids. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chris is definitely the Captain Kirk personality. Take control and get
Yeah.
things done. Now you can have 2 different
Agreed,
kinds.
Tug.
You got the Captain Kirk or the Otis the drunk.
What you got, Zach?
If I could redo one moment in my life, it would be the time I plagiarized in high school. Unlike most students, I was still in high school at 20 due to my special education benefits, which allowed me to stay until 21. At the time, I was in a really dark place mentally. I felt out of place and uncomfortable, surrounded by classmates who were much younger than me. It wasn't that they did anything wrong, I just felt gross, like I didn't belong, and it weighed heavily on me. That mental state led me to make a bad decision. Instead of putting in the work, I plagiarized, not because I didn't care about learning, but because I was struggling with emotions I didn't know how to handle. Looking back, I wish I had reached out for help instead of taking a shortcut. That moment taught me a tough but important lesson. No matter how dark things seem, making a bad choice won't make the situation better. It only adds regret. Since then, I've learned to face my struggles head on and push through them with integrity. I can't change the past, but I can make sure I never take the easy way out again. Instead, I use my experiences to grow and show others that even when life puts you in tough situations, the right path is always the one built on honesty and perseverance.
Yes.
Amen, Zach.
Blimey.
Never give up. What was it they said in Galaxy Quest?
Never give up. Never
Don't
surrender.
Good
surrender.
job. Good
Never
job,
give up,
Zach.
never surrender. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't give up, never surrender. Or something.
It's kind of like
And by Grabthar's hammer, you will be avenged. Yeah.
be like the Marine Corps, Semper Fi,
Yeah.
death before dishonor,
Semper Fidelis.
Semper Fidelis. Absolutely.
When I get older and
Thank
grow
you,
up,
Tug.
You're welcome.
when I get older and grow up, I want to be like Zach.
Yes.
Right?
You want to plagiarize?
Exactly.
No, you
No, he said when he got older. He said when he got older.
I'm only
Yeah.
picking. I'm only picking. I'm
Yeah.
allowed to pick on Zach too, you know.
And
Well
you know,
said.
talking about your story there, Chrissy and Chance, you never know what somebody is going through, and that reminds me of a time where I was in Walmart and I saw this old lady. She was trying to cash a check, and I guess Walmart had this policy where they charged her $3 or something like that. And she's over there, old lady. I looked at her and I was like, man, this could be like my grandma, you know? And I'm hearing the conversation, and I have cash and I pay for my stuff, and it was almost like a sign from God, you know, because my change was $3.10, right? And I went, oh. And I'm listening, and I watched the manager come up, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, the manager is going to take care of this and just waive the policy, you know, because this is an old lady, and I heard her say, you know, I've been cashing my checks here all the time. You guys never took $3 away from me, blah, 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 you know. And they're over there like, ma'am, it is policy. And I walked up to her, and I said, here you go, ma'am. Here's $3. You have a blessed day, right? I didn't say anything else. I walked off. The lady behind me followed me to my car and said, you know what? I gotta just tell you, that was the most sweetest thing I've ever seen, ever. And God bless you. And I said, well, I just looked at the lady like it was my own grandmother, and I think the employees should understand that and treat her better. You never know what she's going through. She might need that $3 for her medication or something.
Yeah,
And
true.
you never know how it's going to have a rippling effect, because
Right.
I've done good deeds all the time, and people are watching you, and when they see you do a good deed, they
It's
want to do a good
contagious.
deed.
Yes, positiveness is also contagious, just like negativity. Don't be
Yeah.
negative. Choose to
And the
be
Holy
positive.
Ghost is watching, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The more
Unique
you're
Prep was
positive.
asking why there's earlier. Unique Prep was asking why there's a parental advisory. And do you know why, or just answer
I
his question?
put the parental advisory just in case anybody
Slipped up.
bombed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, because we could say damn and hell. It's like TV
Yeah.
rules, right? Just
Yeah.
keep it
Donkey,
PG.
ass. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no F, no WAP, no
That's
no
why
obvious.
Zach and I
Yeah.
aren't flipping each other off. We're going
Right. No Cardi B song. Yeah, nothing like that. But we have quite the Bible study though going in the chat to purify anything if we do
Yeah.
slip up. So that's good.
Right.
Cheryl, I
But-
agree.
yeah.
Cheryl needs to come to my work and teach my employees that doing nothing is stealing time. Please and thank you.
Yeah, and speaking of the Bible, I'm gonna say this. I think a lot of times people don't want to tell other people their problems because they don't feel like it's a cross for them to bear. But remember in the Bible that Jesus had help carrying his cross.
It's true.
Say that again, Mike.
True.
People don't want to say what's going on in their life because they feel like that's not a cross that they need other people to help them carry. But Jesus had help carrying his own cross in the Bible.
Yeah, the way I understood it at church growing up was like Jesus was the Son of God, but he was also human. And as humans, we should support each other and help each other. And like you say, even then, Jesus had help. So, yeah.
Oh, stop it, Mike.
Oh God.
Quit that.
Hey, Auntie.
You look adorbs. Everybody looks adorbs tonight.
Hello to Auntie. Saying
Hi,
hey to us.
Auntie.
Hey, Auntie.
What's up, Auntie? All right, so we've only got through a couple questions. Let me get on to the next question because we are almost at 2 hours and I want to try to get. So the next one is, if you could redo one moment in your life, what would it be?
I haven't answered the second question.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
hold on, back up. Stop.
Uh-oh.
The brakes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you
Pump
woke
the
up.
Rewind.
brakes. Rewind.
No,
Here
not
it comes.
me. Not me.
6, 22. No, I
There
have
we
to
go.
move it. There you go.
We
Go
thought you
ahead,
had
Shane.
passed out, dude.
I am so
Sorry.
sorry, Shane. I didn't know you didn't go.
Usually by now you're unconscious.
What?
Yeah, I'm just
No,
kidding.
stop it, Shane.
God, he's driving, dude.
No, he's not. He's in his
Oh, he's
break.
parked.
He's on
Okay.
his break. But it's his turn now. Let's everybody mute your mics. Let's go.
All right.
Shane, passing you the mic, buddy.
What was the question?
I love you so much,
God.
Shane. What is a failure that taught you a valuable life lesson?
Oh, my marriage. Jeez. Never trust a unemployed woman or one that won't get off her butt and make get a job. For the most part, know how to pick them. At least choose them better, you know. Be mindful of the company you keep, especially when they're in your bed. That and always check your fluids. Let me explain. Let me explain.
I started busting up immediately. Does it check your fluids? Like, what kind? What kind?
I back when things were great and I was doing some Let's just say we were doing some naughty distribution of products on the street, and I was making a lot of money. I built a show car. 1993 Honda Accord station wagon. Before you laugh, you this thing was immaculate. It had a custom like black coral paint job on it. I had it lowered. I never put rims on it because the factory rims on it were pretty subtle. They looked good the way they sat, so I just changed the tires out and put like thinner tires on them. Had a banging sound system, like 2 Infinity Kappa Perfect 12s, Bose bridge on like good God, what was it, like a 16,000 watt amp. That thing was loud. I had an alarm system on it that had proximity detection on it. Well, if you got too close to the car, it would beep. If I left my windows down, if you reached your arm in the car, the alarm would go off. This thing was immaculate, full exhaust, fully adjustable coilovers. I had the car for about a month, and like I was still building it, and everybody loved it. Everybody loved it, and we go out to the track from time to time. It was like, "You gonna race that thing?" I'm like, "Nope," because I didn't touch the motor. The motor was all cosmetic. I wasn't into the motor yet. I was making it look good. But me and my buddy, we drove out to Jacksonville, Alabama, so I could pick up my college transcripts. And we're coming back, and we're going down to see my girlfriend down in Griffin. And we're going down this 3-lane highway. And I'm like, I need to get some gas. And I see the gas station. I'm like, I'll go over there right quick. And as I got to the turn lane to go into this gas station, the brakes locked up. And I'm like, oh no. And I had options. I could either swerve back into traffic, possibly hit somebody, try to go straight forward. That would have went off into a field. And there's like a little soccer field kind of area that was off of a drop. That or try to slide around the turn if I could, and by that time it was too late. It was already sliding around the curve, and I hit a 88 Suburban head on, and then most of the impact was on the passenger side where my buddy was sitting. So as we're dealing with that, whatever, cops came out, the lady I hit, no license, no insurance. She was Mexican. So he's just like, look, I'm gonna give you a ticket for failure to maintain lane. You be on your way. I got to deal with her. I'm like, failure to maintain lane? I was like, dude, I was sliding out of control. It was like failure to maintain lane. I can write you more. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. No. He's like, it looks like you've lost enough. I'm like, yeah, look at my car. So whatever. Get the car towed to the same place where I bought my pickup truck. I had a buddy that worked over there, so he's messing with it. And I went back up there one day to get some stuff. And he was like, "Hey man, just out of curiosity, did you have a brake reservoir leak?" I was like, "No, I didn't have any leaks." He's like, "You got no brake fluid in your car," or at least it was below the standard where it should have been. And if I had brake fluid in that car, and he was like, "Tell me what happened exactly." And he's like, "Yeah, you didn't have enough brake fluid in there, so it didn't. They just locked up instead of pulsating like they should have properly." So I was like, "Come on, man, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that." So I lost that car. I dumped so much money into that car. That was my that was my crowning achievement in automotives. I was about to get ready. We were getting ready for Nopi too, super car show. But yeah, always check your fluids. Yeah.
Yep. That's what she said.
It's good life advice.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking questions, Shane. Was it totaled?
Total. They said they could have fixed it, but it would have cost more to fix it than the base value of what the car was worth. And I was with Geico at the time, and the adjuster straight up asked me, he was like, I mean, we can fix it because it didn't have a passenger side airbag, so that didn't deploy, and mine didn't deploy, so that was good. My buddy still to this day never lets me live that down. You tried to kill me. I was like, shut up. You were there.
Wow, wow, Cheryl.
I just ended up taking the check and bought a 91 Integra from California, and I dumped all my money into that car and the motor, and I built a fast car with that one. So I just got out of show cars. But yeah, just got into racing hardcore.
Shane, look what Hilarious 2 says.
The
Reminds me when I
steering
was
wheel
driving.
came off.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh
man.
my.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I would freak out.
He said, I stuck it back on and kept driving.
I mean,
Man.
you were gonna let your
Daryl.
passenger drive? Here's the steering wheel.
Wow.
Make you want to keep a pair of channel locks nearby. Like,
God, you weren't driving over a canyon or something. Good thing it was a straight road, I guess. Damn. Go off the road.
That reminds me of when I was in driver's ed. Teacher asked us, if your brakes go out, what should you do? I said, try to hit something cheap.
I want to show you guys real fast. If you could see this, that is the
You have to make
transmission.
yourself.
Oh,
good.
hang
You
on.
can see
Yeah,
it.
I'll do it. I can do it maybe. There you go. There you go.
That is. Hold on. I want to make this bigger. Not me. Hold on. Why is this not doing this? Okay.
Hey, Mike and Shane, what do they call those like sandbars to stop a runaway rig with no brakes or a car? The big ramp. It's like a big ramp. It's just a ramp.
runaway ramp.
Runaway truck.
Runaway ramp.
Runaway
Yeah.
You
truck
guys see
ramp.
That's cool.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Yeah.
It's like an octopus. What? I can't see it. I'm looking.
Transmission literally
Oh, yeah. I see
fell
it. Sorry.
out of the bottom of the truck.
Jeez.
Something my dad would say as a joke. You be careful, your transmission's going to fall out. And I never thought it could actually happen.
I didn't either.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like the monster in Aliens or something. The way that angle.
Well, let me.
I got movies on the brain. I'm sorry.
If you don't think a transmission
Speaking my
can
language.
fall out of a car or truck, you never jumped nothing over a bridge before.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I see
Look,
it.
I didn't live
Yeah.
the Dukes of Hazzard lifestyle like you did. Okay,
Oh,
not you.
Chance,
I'm talking to Danny.
That's crazy.
and chance
And
would
it
be
started-
I tore up more
Yeah,
cars
Frosty
than you could
Peak
possibly
Ultra.
imagine.
It started dumping fuel because it even severed fuel lines and stuff.
Jiminy Christmas!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's
In-
flammable.
in the
Major fire
1980s
hazard.
In the 1980s, I went through a car on the average of about every 3 months.
What do you hit the lottery then? Every 3 months,
I
a new
know,
car.
right?
He's talking about doing jumps.
Good
and
Lord.
stuff, you know?
Shane, I'll make you small. I
I
can
was,
see you're
I
like,
was, I
what
was
the hell are you
actually
doing?
from a very wealthy family, and my grandpa would buy me a car every time I wrecked one.
Hey Dan, and Tug
Yeah.
and Shane, let's talk about Duel real quick. No, I'm kidding. That movie Duel, directed by Steven Spielberg, with the
Yes.
trucker, the renegade
Hold on,
trucker, trying to
Oh.
kill that mo- Yeah.
I don't know. Chance it'd be cheaper to not use that truck runaway ramp and try to get that truck down that hill and destroy your brakes,
Mhm.
as it
Really?
is
The
expensive.
front
if
end
you
and
hit that
everything.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything
It's
is
like
gone.
what they do, like the way they're supposed to be designed, is as you hit it, the truck sinks into the gravel or whatever they use.
Yeah.
And they can tear your truck up. They charge you to reset it, charge
Oh,
you to tow it out of the.
Yeah.
Hey Shane, real quick.
Yep.
This I don't want to be too long because this is a local Georgia thing, but I don't know what this material is. They put over ramps like at Spaghetti Junction. It's like a tan. I don't want to say it's cement, but it flakes apart. Everywhere I see this crap, it must be cheaply made material that the Georgia DOT bought. But it's all busted up all over 285. When you see this stuff, it's like a gray color. The best example I have is when you go over Spaghetti Junction on 285 to 85 North. That crap is all breaking apart. I guess it's just a cheaper concrete. Enough said. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, because you stay on the south side and out of state these days, so I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I'm gonna think about it the next time I'm through there. If I'm on
I get
Spaghetti
all the
Junction.
time. I'll get a picture and send it to you or something, and show or put it on the screen for everybody in the chat. It's unreal. All right, enough said. It's kind of a stupid side note.
It's
there.
okay. I think all of us got to go for our questions. The last question is just
I didn't get to go for the last one.
okay. Thank you, Limey.
But I'm going to keep it very short. So
You're fine. Anybody else speak up now? Forever hold your peace.
Which question are we on?
I'll be holding my
When
peace
you
on
just
Valentine's
did.
Day.
Wait, wrong place.
Failure taught valuable life lesson. So, as I mentioned previously this evening, I'm somewhat of a shy person, although I'm a lot better than I used to be. It's one of the main reasons I don't show my face, although it is also to reduce the amount of trauma in the world for everybody that would have to see me. The valuable life lesson was I was always happy with my own company. It wasn't really till I got to be an early teenager that I really made an effort to try and force myself to become more sociable and to just try and actually engage with people more and talk with them rather than waiting to be spoken to. And then fast forward more decades than I'd care to say. Thank you, Tug, by the way, for that comment. Thank you. It's thrown me off now that I've seen it again. So fast forward more decades than I would care to say. COVID, the dreaded COVID hit, and we had lockdowns in this country, as a lot of countries did. And I was fortunate enough to be in an industry where I was at home on full pay because I had mild asthma. They were quite lax initially, and I was on the criteria, and I was at home on full pay. And I thought, great, I can spend loads of time on YouTube, and recently discovered people streaming, whereas before I'd always watch music videos and got more into that and learned more stuff and got to know people. But after a while, even me, happy with my own company, chatting with friends through like messaging apps or text or whatever, after a while, I realized that I wasn't quite as okay as I thought I would be with like no face-to-face social contact whatsoever for months at a time. There were other things going on in my life at the time, but that certainly didn't help. So again, it's back to that. Like if you're depressed and it's hard work and you might feel really bad about yourself and that nobody cares, but there are people that care and like reach out. And even if it's to we have a charity here called the Samaritans. I don't know if you have that in the States, but like there are phone lines and things, even online services that you can access if you really feel that you can't be a burden on somebody else. So valuable life lesson is I'm happy with my own company, but even I need to socialize, and preferably face to face. So there you go.
Taking baby steps and major leaps, my brother. Keep up the good work.
In the US, dial 988. That's the shortcut to the suicide hotline.
There you go. Thanks, Doug. I forgive you for your previous comment.
Well, I just wanted to make you feel better. Like if you show your face, it can't possibly be as bad as that.
I've already said about social anxiety and being shy. You just throw me off when I'm in the middle of my little monologue. Thanks.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
If he ever shows his face, it's going to break our illusion of him looking like James Bond.
Exactly.
Roger Moore.
He does look very suave in my imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Just imagine me in the top hat. That's
We're expecting him to look like James Bond, like Roger Moore or Sean Connery. And one day he's going to flip his camera on and look like Johnny Rotten.
Yeah, basically.
No,
Not far off. Oh, Jackie's from the UK as
Oh,
well.
Sid Vicious.
Oh,
Hey, Jackie. Cute puppy. Yeah.
yeah, that looks like a greyhound or a.
I'm envisioning you a
Greyhound.
real tall dude like Peter Mayhew.
Whoever that is. Yeah, I'm about.
Chewbacca, Star Wars.
Oh,
You look like
oh,
Chewbacca,
yeah.
is what he's saying.
I
Yeah,
don't mean furry, like a Bigfoot looking thing. I'm just saying tall.
I just wish I had that amount.
I bet when he switches the camera on, he's going to have an orange mohawk and look like the guy from the Clash.
Yeah, Johnny Rotten or something. Yeah, Sex Pistols.
I
Classic
wish.
Sex
Yeah.
Pistols.
Didn't he become like a real
maybe
estate agent or
maybe
something?
maybe he looks like Johnny Bravo. Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, great mama. Man, I'm
Yeah.
pretty.
Again, if only I had the hair.
Barry Williams.
I heard a story of once, Slimy, that someone
Mhm.
mistaken you for an English
Oh
singer.
my goodness. Yeah.
Will you tell that story real fast?
Yeah, sure. When I went
Please?
to visit,
You don't have
my-
to. Like,
Yeah,
no
no,
pressure.
no, it's all good. Well, I think I might have said it on here before. I'm not sure, but 2016, I went to visit my aunt in Asheville, North Carolina. Excuse me, in North Carolina, and in Asheville, and what were we doing? We were just walking around the town square because it was like a mild night, and just wanted to like see the town at night, sort of thing. I don't know if you know, like Asheville's grown an awful lot in the last few years, and it's got people from all around the country moving there. And as we're walking around, there were these two young women, and one of them must have heard me talking and was like, "Oh my God." And she had a New York accent, which I love all accents. I can't do them. So just imagine. But she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." And I was like, "Hello." And she goes, "Oh my God, it can't be." And I was like, "Oh." And she's like, oh, say something else. And I was like, really self-conscious and thinking, oh, you know, some Americans love a British accent, but this is a bit like odd. And then she's going, and her friend is sort of stood like 5 steps away, and she's going, "I can't believe it. It's you, isn't it?" And I was like, "I don't think we've ever met." And she's like, "You're John Lennon." And I'm like, what? No.
You do.
I mean,
You do.
You are
sound like
Harry.
him.
I mean,
You are. So you are Harry. Okay.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
but Shane, really the joke's on Shane because a little bit leaked. Shane, you're not the only black guy on the panel.
So
And Limey, I hear Limey's hung like a horse. I'm just joking, guys.
Well, that's not something I'm thinking about all day. I'm okay. You do you. All right.
I'm sorry, getting loopy. I'm sorry, Chris.
Okay, this is why the parental advisory.
I didn't use any language.
There it is.
I didn't use any bad language.
Just
No.
still there for just
Shane,
because.
Shane always
Family
makes me joke that
friendly.
he's the only black guy on the panel, so that's why. Okay, never mind.
Well, I haven't done it tonight.
He's been keeping it out of it.
He's been
So-
behaved.
I tried to say to him, like,
If
obviously,
if Limey is hung like a horse and I'm hung like a frog.
Well, I have to tell you guys something really funny. Like if
Hey,
you go
no,
back into my
careful.
videos,
careful.
if you go back in my videos, there's a video. It's called "The Most Hilarious Story Ever," and it's where I got penis knee, and it's below my knee. So you just go watch that
so
video, and
funny.
you'll find out all about it.
That's
Is it circumcised or uncircumcised?
You'll have to go watch.
yeah.
Okay, so it's European. Okay, German. I got it. Got it.
Nope, didn't say that. You'll have to watch to find out.
Dig in a blanket. Gotcha.
Okay,
So-
there was a mouse, and I tried to run, and my feet wouldn't move, and I got a wound. And you all have to go see it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, when I was 9, one of this guy from Germany, we're on a soccer team, right? And I'd spent the night at his house, and we're walking through the woods. He goes, "Chance, look," and he takes his shorts down, and I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing?" You know, and like, but he was uncircumcised. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know why I said that. Sorry, just deja vu.
Okay, well, I'm
Freaked me out. I was
Talking
9.
about
I'm
on
like,
this panel.
"Dude, put your pants back on." Nothing happened. I mean, it wasn't a sexual thing. He just was like, he was being a kid. He's like, "Look," I'm like,
Keep digging.
"Dude,
That's
I can't
what
I'm
unsee
a
that.
girl,
Chunk.
and I had a penis. That's more intriguing.
Your knee." Yeah.
Yeah.
Below
Yeah.
my knee. Below my knee.
So if you get kicked in the knee, do you faint? And
You're just gonna have to go look. You're gonna have to go look. And I think you're all gonna enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's
I've got a quick question for you guys. Does anyone know if I have a Liverpool accent or not?
a Liverpool accent.
Liverpool?
Yeah.
I
So
cannot
you're
distinguish
asking the people
British
in
accents.
the
I
UK.
can't do it.
He's asking.
The only one I can
anybody on
distinguish
panel-
is like a Welsh.
anybody on panel, because like I could tell the difference between like a southern accent and like California, for example. So, and Liverpool, you might know, but essentially, like there is no similarity between my accent and somebody from Liverpool. And John Lennon and the Beatles were from Liverpool.
You definitely don't
it's
sound like John Lennon.
I was just like, I sound nothing like him, and she's like, you sound just like him, and I'm like, seriously, I love music. I can't play any music. I've never written songs. And then she started telling me this whole backstory about it was a
The average
prophecy.
American, all English people sound like
No,
James.
no, absolutely. Which is why I asked the question, because I was thinking maybe, but you never know. One of you guys might have known somebody from Liverpool or whatever. You just never know. But it is why I asked the question.
I mean,
but there was a whole backstory. She was like, it came to me in a dream. It's a prophecy, and like you're going to take over the recording industry. And her friend was standing there going, "Can we go now?" Sorry, I'm done.
I thought you were keeping the penis thing going. You're going to go with the Cockney joke. Okay, sorry. I'll shut up now.
I think in a way you do kind of sound like him because it's like the same cadence when he talks and kind of the same tone.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay.
Not
She
the
was-
same accent, but
No,
still
it's
that
Yeah, not the
chill.
same accent, just the same tone and the cadence.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, beyond like west, north, and south, I can't tell American accents apart either. Or maybe like distinctive places like New York. But yeah, I'm bad in the UK as well.
Yeah.
Though. I can't always identify what part of the country somebody's from, and our country's tiny compared
Yeah,
to
in
the
terms of
States,
British
so-
accents, it's
There you
like
go,
posh
Limey.
and not posh. That's how I
Well, yeah, no, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of difference. Seriously, like if you heard Darth Vader talk, you wouldn't.
well, true.
It's
James
so
Earl Jones.
The
different.
original?
No,
The guy
David
in the
Prowse.
suit, if you heard him talk West Country accent, he sounds like a farmer to us, like so different. So yeah,
Dave Prowse, right? Undubbed.
yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
I love watching the
Yeah,
undubbed Darth Vader.
undubbed. Yeah. Oh, it's too funny. It's not as scary. I'm sorry.
It's not nearly as menacing.
Bye, Jackie.
Bye, Jackie.
Bye, Jackie.
You know,
It's
he
lovely
was so
seeing you,
bad
Jackie.
that they dubbed him over
Oh,
too.
And he didn't know. Yeah, he was so pissed off. He
Yeah.
didn't know until
Yeah.
he
He
saw the
didn't
movie.
know.
He had no idea. that
No
they dubbed him
way.
over.
He had no idea.
Well, Lonnie,
Yeah.
what
wow.
is your English accent? Are you like you? To me, you sound kind of like you're from Nottingham because you kind of sound like Robin Hood.
So wait a minute. Do we all sound like Danny to you?
I'm actually one of those like hippies. I live in a tree hammock in the Sherwood Forest. So yeah,
I kind of figured you was one of them men in tights.
only on the weekends.
Speaking of Dave Prowse, he trained Chris Reeve in the 70s to bulk up to play Superman.
Oh,
The guy in the Darth
really?
Vader costume. Yeah. He was his
Oh.
trainer. And he also was an alien in Space 1999, same time he's playing Darth Vader in the first movie. In the Vader
Wow.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was in a costume in that too, playing a
Chance,
creature.
that's intriguing. Like, tell us more.
Well, it's on YouTube. The Warner Brothers channel has actually put out the 1978 ABC 1-hour TV special, The Making of Superman the Movie, and they show them working out. It's on YouTube. Warner's just officially uploaded it. It's an old TV special, just like they had one for the making of Star Wars in 78. And you see Dave Prowse, Darth Vader, the guy in the costume, working out with heavy weights, free weights with Chris Reeve. He was his trainer. So.
I met him.
Yeah, I did too. In 1997, he was in the Fox Theater promoting the special editions. Got his autograph from a still from The Empire Strikes Back, where he's reaching out to Luke. You know that iconic.
Yeah.
I'm your father. That thing.
He seemed like a nice guy.
No.
No, he was a great
Yeah.
guy. Like I met him.
He had a chip on his shoulder. He did have a chip on his shoulder for the reasons Tug's talking about, being dubbed over, and also they weren't using him in some pickup shots for the special edition, and of course the prequels. He was pissed about that, the Hayden Christensen years and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And
I
the
actually met
prequel.
Christopher Reeve too. I got to meet him, but but it was at some charity event my mom went to, and he was
Special Olympics. Was it Special Olympics?
Yeah, I think it was, and he was rolling around in a wheelchair, driving it with his tongue, and he wasn't signing no autographs.
Christopher Reeve.
I got his autograph in '94, May of '94. His only appearance, and it was months before he was tragically turned into a quadriplegic from that horse riding accident of '95. Met him in May of '94. Him and Dana Reeve. And Dana Reeve's so sad. His wife, his second wife, died of lung cancer. She never smoked in her life, but she sang in nightclubs. It might have been secondhand smoke. Who knows? People get cancer, various forms of it for whatever reason. So.
Yeah, there was a famous kids presenter here that died, and they weren't sure if it was secondhand smoke or what, but he'd never smoked in his life either. So yeah,
you can just get lung cancer.
There you go.
There you go, Chits. I got you. I got the buttons. I got the buttons.
Yeah.
I feel so much better than last week. I got that migraine right about now. It was killing me, man.
Well, tonight, everybody gets a place. Everybody gets to speak. Everybody gets to share. Everybody gets to contribute. Last week, I was trying to do something. It just didn't work. And hey, I know now, and we're going to
need a rehearsal. It's not your fault. We needed a rehearsal. Yeah. It was complicated.
Everything last week was pretty good. It went okay. The only part that give Chance a headache and bothered people was all that reading on the screen.
That's what I'm here for. I'm supposed to read it.
Watch videos on YouTube.
Exactly.
They watch videos because they like videos and live streams. People don't go on YouTube to read.
Okay, well, next time we're all going to practice backstage and act out.
It was a brilliant idea, just poor execution because of a lack of rehearsal. It's not anything you did wrong.
Yeah.
And you were rushed. You had personal things behind the scenes. You had stuff going on behind the scenes where you couldn't adequately prepare.
But in my mind, it was playing like a different way.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Sometimes things don't go exactly like you planned. Trust me.
Nope. But guess what? People could go watch and see how much of a train wreck it was.
But we love it when a plan comes together, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Right.
Hannibal, A-Team. Sorry.
I love the A-Team, man.
Absolutely.
I like
So, guys, can I have 1 second here? I want to.
Jam and love last week. He's saying. Chris,
I know he did.
I did too. Even though I will admit it was kind of a train wreck. It was a fun train wreck.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
People need to go watch. It was a lot of fun. And they'll learn a lot about us and how, hey, we still kept going. The show goes on. So give me a second.
We could come on here and talk about farm animals and still be funny and people like it.
So I was going to say, speaking of Star Wars, I've got one to show you, but I've got a whole collection of these right here.
Well, cool. That's from '97.
Yeah, I've got
wait a minute, dude. I thought
Why is that within your reach while you're driving the semi?
Yeah, I wondered that as well.
Because he's got so many of them.
Do you keep your collectibles in the truck?
I just got it. I got like over 30 at home, but I just got it.
Did you run out of room in your house and now you have to drive with them in your truck?
The truck is full of them.
Yeah. My truck is just
everywhere. They're everywhere.
Is this what you're carrying? Mike, is this what you're carrying?
That's what I'm carrying.
It'd be funny if Mike was going through Hazen, Arkansas, and he winds up on Patrol Live.
I tell him, I say, I tell everybody it's because it's an investment for my kids. Because I remember when I had those toys, and I opened them up, to play with them like a kid does.
That's cool.
How much are they worth? And I'm like, oh, shoot. I had that, but I took it out of the box, and I could have had like thousands of dollars for that one toy. So yeah, that's why I collect them.
You get Star Wars. George is saying, he collects dolls.
Star Wars crap away. I didn't know it was going to be valuable.
It's fine. Mayhem's secure with himself. He don't care.
Right. He don't care.
Mayhem's secure in his manhood. He's like, I don't care. I don't care.
They're not dolls, they're action figures.
I don't care.
So, exactly.
I don't care.
That's right. Army, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a true fan. You're a true fan when you got the toys in the passenger seat, buddy.
Serena's got some sort of Bible study going on or something.
She's
in the chat. I it's a lot to read. I put it on the screen. I don't know if you.
She's talking
probably
about bringing
can't
somebody to Jesus.
Read anybody's lips.
Somebody with cerebral palsies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll put it on the screen.
Shake her head.
I can't
too
read
fast. 2 chants fast.
All right. Let me go back to the.
Can you go back and let Tug read it, or you read it?
All right.
One of you two.
All right. Let us pray.
I knew a young lady at Abilene State School who had cerebral palsy, and her mom just put her in there when she was old enough. I played a Christian tape and asked her 3 yes/no questions, and she would shake her head for yes, nod for no. I asked if she knew who Jesus was, if she loved him, and if she wanted to be baptized, and she shook her head yes to all 3 questions. I told the chaplain there. He asked her about it and talked at length, determining that she really knew what she wanted, and he checked her records, and even though her family was Lutheran, she had never been baptized. Crazy. She was baptized at the Zion Lutheran Church in Abilene, Texas, and her mom came to see it, seeing her for the first time in years. She attends Highland Church of Christ, where I grew up, since a lot of...
Wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Staff at Abilene State School are members there.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Tug.
Thank you, Tug.
But wait, there's more.
That's why
there is more, and there it is.
The Abilene Reporter newspaper did a story on this. Great.
Very cool.
It's awesome.
Sharing.
Watch, I mean, hear ye, it was a train wreck. That is all.
I love Wisham.
He's another mystery man, right, Chrissy? We never know his face. But he does a lot of good deeds, just like Limey.
He does a lot of good deeds, and he has some really dark humor that is really funny on his channel.
Yeah.
You go to Wishaman's channel and you listen to his jokes, you're almost like, am I supposed to laugh about that? But then you have to laugh about it. And then you're like, oh my God, why am I laughing about that? Oh my God, it's funny. But I love Wishaman. Like, Wishaman is family to me.
And just his name always gets Bob Marley stuck in my head.
I know, like
Wishaman.
Yeah, exactly.
Wishaman. Come on, guys.
Although when I sing it,
Speaking
it's
of
pajamas, because that's what I used to sing to my son when he was little. Pajamas. I hope you like pajamas.
Speaking of joke and Star Wars, I got a joke for you. Okay, if R2 is short for R2D2 and Chewie is short for Chewbacca, what is Luke short for? A stormtrooper.
Yeah.
So, Mayhem, you're gonna love this song that Tug sings his child. You're gonna love it. Hold on, Tug, go again.
Pajamas. I hope you wear pajamas too. Pajamas, 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 pajamas. I wear pajamas too. Yeah. I used to sing that for my son when he was like 3. You know.
Isn't that sweet?
That's nice.
Pajamas.
That's cool.
Pajamas.
They should do that on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
We do it here. We do it here. Pajamas.
We have our own Sesame Street.
Phenomena.
Pajamas.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Okay. All right, you guys. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna do something. Hold on, one second.
What is going on?
Phenomena.
I think
Oh, I'm so lost.
a contact prize is going on.
Everyone go pee, grab a drink, do whatever you need to do. We'll be back shortly.
Twist and turn, so the clues. Bring back this banter, you can't lose. Puzzles, riddles, facts to see. Come join the fun.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
All right, open
short
discussion
break.
now.
Who's taking a leak in that short amount of time?
Oh well. Hey y'all. There you go, Mayhem.
Have you heard the Red Fox joke sandwiches, Chrissy?
No, please tell me.
All right, we got the advisory up, right?
Yeah.
All right, there's no bad language, but there's a lot of innuendo. All right.
Okay, we have
Back to the
innuendos
Red
all night
Fox.
long, just kind of like Shrek.
You know who
I
Red
gotta
Fox
go.
is?
Actually, I gotta check out. I gotta get up in about 5 hours.
Okay, Shane.
Well,
Buff.
good night.
Buff. We love you.
We'll holler at y'all later. And yes,
Hello.
Red Fox was probably the first comedy album I heard. Red Fox at Home. I still have it on the vinyl.
He's the
Great,
best.
clean, funny comedy.
Yeah.
Clean? Not.
I need to get
the
one of
blue,
those,
the blue.
Chance. Like, if you find another one of those, you're gonna have to let me know. Like, I want one of those.
This is from Las Vegas,
What is that?
1983. Las Vegas, 1983.
I can't see
It's
it.
called
Red Fox.
Red Fox.
Oh,
I know he
Red
sang
Fox. Okay.
Red Fox, Sanford and Son, best known for that. But he did comedy and a plain brown rapper. But that's not what this is from. This is from one of his record albums. He said back in the 50s, you couldn't get no piece of blank PUSS. You know
Okay,
what?
you got it.
So
Kitty. Okay, got it.
So he
Yeah,
had a
Kitty.
code. He had a code for it. He
We'll go
would
with
go
that.
out on a date, and he called it making sandwiches instead of
I
making out.
love that
or making
tug.
love,
I have
making
one of those
sandwiches.
too.
Oh, back scratcher. Very important.
Yes, I have one too. Go ahead.
So
Chance.
he gets home and he's late. It's past midnight. Supposed to be home at midnight. His dad's like, "Where you been?" And Red Fox says, "Oh, I was making sandwiches." And he goes, "Oh, that's where you got mayonnaise running down your leg, then." Okay.
God.
Oh my God.
Red Fox. What? It's a Red Fox joke. You got me.
Ah.
Red
Oh
Fox.
my God.
All right. Take me out big. That's why I'm going to be alone on Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, stop it. Hey, you know what? We all have each other. We all have each other. We
Yeah.
should not-
Yeah.
none of us
Chance,
should
I'll be your
alone.
Valentine.
I'll be all of your Valentine. We'll all be together.
I don't celebrate. I got broken up with on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I still haven't gotten over it, even though I'm
My date-
happily married
Oh,
now.
no.
Tug, my date's going to be with Captain America,
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
cow. There you go.
the new movie. No.
I'm off this week.
Ooh.
Well, how
Oh,
about
Just
a
so you
plane?
guys know,
Can you
my
take
doctor said
me or not?
you need a stress break.
It's because your
Right.
doctor loves you.
I think
Yep.
not.
He
I
said
think
that.
my blood pressure was just really high from the transmission falling out of the truck in the middle of the freeway.
That makes my blood pressure go up. Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh my
Yeah.
God, how many people could have died? Like, I just freaked
you
out.
think your blood pressure was high? Imagine how the
Yeah.
person driving felt.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah,
Man.
Limey's camera's always off, Serena. We're sorry about that.
Yes, Serena.
I-
You were saying that Zach needs to generate captions.
Don't say
As far as I
anything
can see,
important, I'll
you
turn
just
the
need
camera
to
on.
turn them on. So hopefully next time there'll be captions for you.
So,
Happy
Limey,
birthday,
could you
Jamie.
tell her
Oh,
how to
sorry.
turn on captions?
Sorry, I was
Birthday!
just gonna-
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Zach, I dropped in private chat a link to the Google article about turning captions on, because when Serena said you have to generate them, I thought, I'm pretty sure you don't, because nobody could type that quick. So, yeah. So, hopefully, if you get stuck, Zach, let me know.
Yeah. Hey, yes, it is pole
Yeah.
position in the background, Phil. Atari 5200.
Actually, I have seen somebody type that quick.
Valentine's Day is a money scam. We should love every single day.
True.
Absolutely. I
It's
think
just
everybody
Right,
needs
Zach.
to be loved every day.
It's a Hallmark holiday. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
I love.
Andy,
Hey,
too,
you know
yeah.
what? You know what? I got an idea. How about this? We love everybody every day except for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Anti-Valentine's.
yeah.
Day.
So we're gonna do an anti-Valentine's Day
Is that when
stream.
the purge is?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is the purge.
We're gonna be we hate Valentine's Day stream.
Yeah.
F off
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Right.
When I was in a, okay, I got to tell the story because we're on the subject. When I was in a blues band, we actually did a show on Valentine's Day called F Valentine's Day. And the whole time I was on stage just railing against it, and we would like sing songs. I brought people up on stage and was doing all kinds of stuff. I'm an introvert, but like hating Valentine's Day really like brought out the best in me.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine? Be like, hey, let me play you a love song, right? You play 3 days straight.
No, what we played is Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses. I used to love her, but I had to kill her.
Nice.
Which is actually
love
about
that.
a dog, but still funny.
Go ahead, Champ.
Better than some sappy ass song like Leo Sayer, "When I Need You" or some crap like that.
For
Didn't
me,
Leo Sayer used to wear really high platforms because he was so short and he had little man syndrome.
Leo, I didn't know that.
My big Valentine event every year is I review a romantic comic book. And as far as I go with it.
I'm a man in a box. I'm a man in a box.
Better than that Saturday Night Live bit, "Blank in a Box." Remember that one with
Yes.
Justin Timberlake? That was funny. That was funny.
Oh yeah,
You get a
I love that.
It was
steel
funny.
in a box. Yeah.
Chance
Funny
has a
stuff.
recurring
And
theme
when
going.
we're backstage, I will explain to
Well, I
you
am a dick.
what the box he's in is.
Okay.
What was that, Dan?
I said when we're backstage, I will explain to her what the box he's in is.
Oh, that would be great because I would love to know what kind of box I'm in. I'm right now currently
No,
second
no.
down,
It's a
second middle
song.
row.
No,
Oh,
I'm the man in the box.
I know. This is why I want it played at my
I
funeral.
will explain to you what box the man is in.
Well, this is why I want it played at my funeral.
It's a good song.
Not that kind of box.
I'm a man in a box played at my funeral.
Well, it's like
Yeah, but that's
that
not the kind of
Nirvana
box he's
song,
in.
heart-shaped box. That's actually about
Well, I'm
Courtney
not
Love.
even going to go there. It's whatever.
And then the next song I want played is Sarah McLachlan in the Arms of an Angel.
Because you want everybody to cry.
I don't want any song played at it. Actually, what I want is the scene from Seven. What's in the box?
The head in the box.
I think I'm going to go with Comfortably Numb.
Talk about
Nice.
an uncoupling.
My funeral is going to be it's going to be a party. It's a 2-drink minimum.
Nice.
It's the Irish in me.
Yeah.
I'm saving
pints
for
of whiskey
everybody to
minimum.
have a triple kegger. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Do you guys like
Big
conversation
fans.
hearts, or is it like candy corn? You know, some people really hate candy corn.
Oh,
Some
I
people
don't
like
like
candy
candy
corn.
corn.
What about
yeah.
what about conversation hearts? I used to love them. The ones that taste like candy cigarettes anyway, like the
Oh, well, you mean
Necco.
the
Better than
round,
Brock.
Like chalk.
hard candy that has like little phrases on, like "I love
Yeah.
you" and
Yeah,
"Be
that's
mine."
That's what he's
and-
talking
know what?
about. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really like.
You know,
that.
it'd be really cool at a funeral since we have the innovation of AI. Like, I want to set up a camera, have my family set up a camera right by the casket, right, and have the facial recognition and have audio recordings of me talking to people, right. So when they walk by, it recognizes who it is, and I'm like, "Hey, Mom, how you doing? Thanks for coming to my funeral." Hey, Joe.
That sounds dystopian.
Oh, that would be. Oh,
Beyond the grave. That's cool.
the thing
That would be cool.
That reminds me of a video I saw online at an Irish funeral, funnily enough, Tug, and they're lowering the casket down into the ground. Everybody's obviously upset and crying roundabout. And as it's being lowered down, all of a sudden you hear this. Let me out! Let me out!
I've seen that video.
And everyone's like looks really shocked, and they're like, "What the hell?" And then it turns out the guy recorded that message before he died, and asked somebody to put and play it as an. And I was just like, "You get it!" And then they were all wet themselves, laughing, falling about.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
man,
awesome.
So
I
Jesus, yeah.
fully approve of that.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Twilight Zone when that happened? Where a guy, classic Twilight Zone, the
Oh,
last
yeah.
right with it's James Best, future Roscoe P. Coltrane, and the Duke Savage, who plays the dude that comes out of the damn casket.
That
He freaks
terrified
everybody
me.
out.
Yeah, isn't that
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them?
He was in another episode called Jezebel. It was pretty
No,
awesome,
no,
too.
no, and no.
Jezebel. That was one of the 1 hour episodes, season 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that when I was a kid and saw that episode, it kind of messed with me a little bit.
And Francis is in it from Forbidden Planet. Anyway, Honey West.
And Francis stars.
Tug,
in
can I
Forbidden
just
Planet.
ask on the screen behind you, the unapologetic Geek,
Geek?
Geek, Gif and Jeff. It looks like the hitchhiker. It looks like the hitchhiker's color.
Does it?
It looks like the Don't Panic cover on Hitchhikers. I was just wondering if
Oh
it's
yeah,
to that.
it was not inspired by that, but I can see
okay.
exactly what you mean.
Guide to the Galaxy, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy cover where it says Don't
Which
Panic.
I have done a
and then it
video
has
on. If
those-
you go check it out on my channel.
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Good question.
I like Cheryl's comment where she said, "Think hard about the box."
Yeah.
I like to think outside the box.
There you go.
Think hard about the box.
Emery's with me about the candy
yeah.
hearts.
Those candy hearts are nice.
That's crude. That's worse
Yeah,
than
I hate those candy hearts. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bad for your teeth. I just.
They're
Do you
just,
like?
they're
Do
just
you like Parma
chalk.
Violet?
Well, the Brox ones certainly are, but the Nikos or Neko, however you pronounce it.
Neko.
Or,
Neko.
Well, You
but
know,
you could crack
you
teeth
know,
so easy.
you know, one thing you could do is next Halloween, save your Halloween candy and give it to your Valentine on Valentine. And then when she's like, or he's like, "Hey, what the heck is this?" He'll be like, "It's because you're my boo."
There you go.
Why hasn't someone gotten rich making R-rated ones though? That say "F off, suck my D," whatever, on the heart.
Wow.
I shouldn't have said it on the air. Someone's going to do that. That would be. No one's thought to do that. Like
Yeah,
a truly
'cause you can
tasteless
see
Yeah,
some-
if you really love me, you'll give me a BJ.
Like
Yeah,
I've seen like Valentine's Day cards like that, like adult Valentine's Day cards like that, but not
Or
Yeah.
ones you give people you don't like. Like you're a putz.
No,
or
yeah,
whatever.
I've seen those too.
I'm
Valentine's
pretty sure
cards.
that
Really?
I bet you they have them at Spencer's or
Oh,
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like
The one candy
corn,
I
too.
can't stand is Peeps. And when I lived in Pennsylvania, I lived like right across the street from the Peeps factory. And I had violent thoughts about what to do to that building.
Oh wow.
What is that? Is it chocolate?
Peeps are
Peeps
like
are
marshmallow abominations.
Cookies.
But it's got like on a Christmas cookie. What do you call like the Chrissy will know what that stuff's
The
called. It's like
crystal
a glitter.
sugar.
It's
stuff,
crystal
yeah.
sugar, yeah.
It looks like
Colored
glitter,
Yeah.
crystal sugar.
and that goes
on,
on.
marshmallow
on the
with-
bright side,
They're
Tug,
yellow.
didn't that neighborhood smell really good?
It did. Like everything smelled sweet. Yeah. But man,
Is it just
Hey,
not?
sugar.
I really
sugar.
don't like Peeps. I never have. They
Is it
taste
too
like
gooey
rubber to
or-
me.
I don't like them
No,
either.
it's marshmallow.
Yeah, but I like marshmallows. I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
Peeps though.
That combination
Yeah,
stuff. It's
that's
they're
weird.
yellow
I
too.
love marshmallows. I don't like Peeps though. It's weird.
Yeah,
I-
same.
I
It
like
is weird.
chocolate covered marshmallows, right, fellas? Like
Yeah.
those are good. I like the pinwheels. Do you like pinwheels?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
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 those are good.
Yeah.
yeah. Those
Or
are
like
good.
moon pies. Those are good.
Yeah,
I love
pies. Moon pie, and RC cola. That's a redneck snack.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I have a
Yes.
real
I grew up
love.
with that.
I have a love for Swiss Miss hot chocolate with
Me too.
marshmallows.
Yeah,
yeah,
those
sure.
they're like
Oh,
little
oh, my.
Lucky Charms marshmallows or something. Yeah.
No, so I don't like them little teeny tiny marshmallows in there. I buy a big old bag of the big marshmallows and make hot chocolate and drop 4 or 5 of them big boys in there.
Yeah, because they'll last longer. The little
And push
tiny
them down with
marshmallows,
the
they just
spoon,
melt.
but they melt real good. Makes it kind of taste like a latte.
Yeah.
But the worst hot chocolate, fellas, is Starbucks. The store bought. I got it. It's like kind of a dark bitter. It sucks compared
Starbucks
to
is for
Swiss Miss.
suckers. People who want to pay
It is.
like
Yeah, I don't like
$5
Starbucks.
What the heck?
I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee way better than Starbucks. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
me.
I like my
I-
own coffee.
I don't
Huh?
drink no
I like,
coffee.
I like that scene. I like that scene in Role Models where it's not a Starbucks, but it's in a coffee shop, kind of like Starbucks, and he's making fun. And he's like, "Oh, I want a grande," and they're just like, and it's like that means big in Spanish. Okay, you're an idiot in 3 different languages. You know? That's my favorite part because it's a stab at Starbucks for sure.
Definitely. Starbucks. And they got that from
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, right, Tug?
Yeah, they did.
Fucking freaking Seattle.
What's up, Chrissy?
I'm trying to get there. I'm having issues.
Uh-oh.
There's things I want to say right now, but I won't.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
She said, say
I'm
it.
trying to capture a picture of Peeps.
Peeps.
Peeps. The
Tug,
rabbits and the
picture of
chickens. The rabbits and the chickens. The rabbits.
Yeah, I
and the
think I've seen the chicks in the UK actually, because I had a quick
Yeah,
Google.
They're just like marshmallow.
they
covered
look-
in
they
colored
look
sugar.
wrong.
Oh, I got one. Okay, I got one.
You found a peep.
Yay. I found a peep.
Yeah, even the look of
Hang
those
on with
chicks.
my
they look
peeps.
I really don't like sweets much,
They are.
but my
Oh,
favorite candy is
God,
Milky Ways and
impossible
pineapple
thing.
upside down cake.
Oh,
Milky Ways and pineapple upside down cake.
yeah, good call.
Okay,
You know, I never,
That's a
knew,
good one.
I never knew the name of them. I just knew I didn't like them.
They're like they're. Is it worse than circus peanuts? I'm not sure, but they're both. Great.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Circus peanuts.
I'd rather have circus peanuts than circus penis. That's for damn sure.
You've got it on the brain.
I don't
Chance.
even know what that means. I've been accused whenever I say peanuts, people say, "What are you saying, penis?" It's the way I pronounce it. Sorry, I don't know what that in my head. I'm sorry.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm sorry.
What's happening right now? No.
I have a question for Doug.
Right.
And, Zach's trying to say something. I'm sorry, Zach. He played that thing.
He said no.
He's good.
Okay.
He said no.
Doug, I need you to help me research something.
What am I researching?
Well, I would say for your show maybe, but all right. William Shatner hosted Saturday Night Live in December of 1986, and he did that famous skit where he's
Get a
making
life.
fun of Star Trek fans. Right? Who wrote that line? It was before the Chris Elliott TV show Get a Life,
Right.
but it was the first time I ever heard that was in that Saturday Night Live sketch. And we know Shatner didn't come up with it; it wasn't an improv line. And Conan O'Brien was a writer that season. I wonder if Conan O'Brien wrote that line, "Get a Life." I always wonder who wrote that. I've never been able to pinpoint who wrote that damn sketch.
I'll look into.
You don't
it,
know? Okay. All right.
but I don't know.
All right. We'll have top
Wow.
men on it. Top men.
Danny, do you know about it? Or Battlefield is also someone who knows a lot too. So
Cool.
I don't know
Wow,
who wrote that.
okay.
No, me neither. Why he wrote it.
No,
It says
buddy.
that all the
I've seen
writers
it.
listed in the end credits. It doesn't specify, okay.
Wow.
I like the one better where he's riding the front of the cars and they called it Little Blue Riding Hood.
Well, he was doing TJ Hooker.
TJ
right.
Hooker, right.
Yeah.
I used to like
And
that.
that was a good night because they did the sketch making fun of It's a Wonderful Life where they actually stomp on Potter and they beat the hell out of him. I love that.
I love
One
that.
for you. Back in the day when Shatner was on there, he did this long song called, it was Ollie North, the Mute Marine.
Yeah.
And Shatner sung the song and it was hilarious.
What happened?
I have to say,
behind
look
on the
it up
chat.
on YouTube or something and check it out. It's funny.
I apologize, but I just want to go back a moment because I have no idea what circus peanuts or circus penis is. So if anybody could clarify either for me, that'd be great.
They're one and the same, I think. No, they're
Oh,
one.
really?
They're not the same. They're
Chris,
similar.
you gotta-
They're not the
Chris,
same.
you
No,
gotta
they're not the same.
I was going to say, some of you will be eating circus penis.
Real quick, circus peanuts
Realize.
are hard-boiled peanuts that taste horrible. The elephants don't even
Ugh.
like them. And
I'm
circus
talking about the
peanuts-
candy version,
and
not the
circus-
actual
circus-
orange.
Circus peanuts has to do with these little midgets.
And the bearded lady. Right.
Yeah, hard-boiled
We're gonna
peanuts
say
for a start
circus
off sounds
acts.
awful.
We're gonna say circus acts.
Hard-boiled
Yeah.
peanuts.
Circus
Yeah, X.
peanuts are orange. They're like they're not appetizing.
That just sounds so gross. Yeah,
It's
I'm with you.
It's like, oh, here he is, the flying trapeze. Oh, look, no hands, no feet.
Circus nuts.
I
Circus nuts.
hate the circus. I really do.
Just like
I
that,
am
was it
still
that
proud of-
French pole vault?
I swear to God. I went to the circus back in like 13 years old. And to this day, I'm still trying to figure out how 25 clowns come out of a car.
Yeah. Underground.
Yeah.
25 pounds come out of a Volkswagen. I will never.
Underground. They're underground. There's a secret.
I would say
It wasn't no
yes.
underground. The car was riding around before they come out of it.
I went to this one thing that I thought was the circus, and it was just a bunch of French people bouncing off of the walls and stuff. I don't know what was going on. Cirque du Soleil.
Moose Man.
Okay.
Moose Man.
Oh, Moose Man, what's up?
Moose.
Moose Man. What's up, Moose
Yeah, well-
Man?
One time I went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out. I don't know what happened.
Love it when that happens.
Oh, Moose Man didn't get a notification. A lot of my people were saying the same about my stream last night when I
That's
interviewed
just
the author.
weird. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Oh,
I
wow.
got a notification. That was weird. I had to catch it
Yeah,
on
I didn't-
replay
I
chance,
didn't-
but I didn't watch it.
It's long, all 5
didn't
hours.
get a
No, I didn't watch the whole thing.
I
I
was
just
gonna
I
say,
started.
yeah. All right. They were on for like 2 hours to guess, the first
Yeah.
2.5 or something.
I was there for all 5.5 hours, dude.
And I love you for it. Thank you.
And I was just too
You sure?
stoned to change the channel.
You sacrificed wrestling for your buddy Chance. That means a lot to me.
I watched wrestling this morning.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't never watch it
Ah.
live on kind of YouTube. I always record it and watch it the next morning so I can fast forward all the crap.
Yeah.
Yes, all those commercials and other segments you don't give a crap about. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
wrestlers that don't
Or
care
the,
about.
or the wrestling matches that are like, eh.
Or they'll just like recap what just happened like 5
Yeah.
times before
I
they
don't
move on to
know.
the
I
next
just
match.
fast forward up to Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. And
All right, don't tell me anything, man. I'm like 2 months behind. Don't spoil anything like Mike did.
all
I'm
I got-
perpetually 2 months behind. Okay, Dan?
all I got to say is it's Tiffy time. Bye.
See, what gets me about wrestling is like I understand instant replay in like football, but why do they have instant replay in wrestling? I just saw what happened.
They only have this to replay in wrestling when it's mandatory to the plot. Most
Right,
of the time,
exactly.
they don't
They
have
don't want to do too much instant replay because then you can see them like what they're doing.
Right.
Well, I forget, Dan. Guys, I'm going to do a show about overrated like romantic movies for my Valentine's stream. And one, you will not agree with me, Tug, but I think this movie's totally overrated, The Princess Bride. I just do. Although it has Andre the Giant. When maybe think about it, was the wrestling topic. Andre the
Right,
Giant,
Andre the
one of my
Giant,
favorite
of course.
wrestlers. He's in it. So it's got things going for it. But it just was off. I know
You're
I'm in the
entitled to your
minority on that.
opinion, just like you're
Yeah.
entitled to believe that
Hey,
Die Hard is not a
hey,
Christmas
wow.
movie.
Some people like The Princess Bride. Some people
Wait,
don't.
he thinks
But
Die Hard
Andre
is
the
not a
Giant-
Christmas movie?
Correct,
Hey,
he does.
I'm a wrestling fan,
What?
and Andre the Giant wasn't my
Just
favorite character
behave.
in that
This
movie.
has been a long
favorite
struggle.
I only say that because Shane's not here anymore.
I know. But Chance is. And Chance is going to go ballistic because this is the thing.
My-
they
my
No, I
would-
won't. No.
my favorite
Everyone's got a
character
right to their view.
Sweeney.
Absolutely, Chance.
It's okay.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Danny.
go ahead,
I'm going to
Dan.
make you big.
Oh, I was just saying that in The Princess Bride, my favorite character was not Andre the Giant, and I'm a wrestling fan. My favorite character was Vinzini guy.
Inconceivable.
That little bald, yeah, from Mary Hartman. Yeah.
I like that actor that played that
Yeah.
part, and he
Yeah.
was really good. And
He
But
was
Sheldon-
in the news the other day, actually, mouthing off about politics or something.
well,
Anyway.
he was really good in that show, The Young Sheldon. And it's so
Yeah.
good that somebody his age is still acting,
Yeah,
even after all these years. He's still making shows, man.
I agree. In The Notebook, I agree. Overrated. Although I love James Garner as the old man, but
Never
yeah,
saw it.
you're not missing anything. Gina Rowland's great actor, but I don't know. Never really.
No.
Not a fan. I like The Princess Bride. That's what jamming.
I did too.
Nothing wrong with that. I do like it. I think it's just overrated. And same with Dirty Dancing. I'm sorry. Overrated. It's not
he's putting
bad.
baby in the corner.
It's
It's just one
totally
of them
overrated.
movies. It's one of
I
them
love
movies
Dirty
I don't go back to.
Dancing.
Yeah,
Damn.
wow.
I love
Yeah.
Dirty
I,
Dancing. I love
Chance,
Footloose.
I think you're going to piss off a lot of people with that
I know.
video.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Rage Watch gives
fine.
you a lot of views.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vice
Engagement is engagement regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
controversial.
You know something's
pretty
wrong with me.
versatile.
My favorite Valentine's Day movie is My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah.
I have it on laser.
Oh,
Go get it.
the original or the remake?
The original, the remake's
The original.
crap,
Yeah.
but the original always was one of my favorite movies.
Where was that film? Do you know, Dan?
I think it was a Canadian movie. I really
Correct.
do.
I was just looking for the country. Ding, ding, ding. Yep.
Yep.
Canada, actually, they made a lot of cool movies in the 80s up in Canada, like
Yeah, we
Deadly Eyes.
You know the interesting thing too that I learned about My Bloody Valentine is they picked that town, right? Because they loved the look of it, and then when the town heard about it, they went and fixed everything up.
Yeah.
You gotta love any movie with
And
Jamie
they're
Lee
like,
Curtis
they
anyway.
show up and they're like, "Hey, wait a minute, what happened? We put this down for its look, and you guys fixed it."
I like it.
That's right. On the Nostalgic Pod Blast, chick flicks will be the topic. Friday, I'm going to do my review of the Harrison Ford. By the way, he's lost his voice. His voice is shot. He's in the new Captain America movie. I'm going to review that, the new Captain America.
Oh.
Him and Ted Danson in those consumer cellular TV commercials. Ted Danson can't speak. Harrison Ford, I love him. He's a legend. He might want to think about retiring. His voice is shot. Anyway.
Are we doing a little wrap up where we tell what we got coming up? Because tomorrow,
absolutely.
Because tomorrow, me and Thrash Pondo Ponds are doing if you don't like football and you're looking for something else, we're doing a football alternative show at 7:00 tomorrow night where we're going to talk about disaster movies.
More disaster movies. Excellent.
So like,
Yeah,
there's a big.
we're going to cover Earth. We're going to cover the classics
Peril.
like Earthquake.
Cool. And Poseidon Adventure.
I put one up my channel, The Pilot, Alcoholic Pilot. It's just like Flight. Cliff Robertson starred and directed.
Will
He's
somebody-
getting drunk while he's flying commercial airliners. Drunk.
Most of them.
What's up, Chrissy?
Will somebody please do a review on my favorite movie of all time that has been my favorite movie since the day I've seen it?
What is it?
movie that?
Titanic?
City of
City of
Angels.
Angels.
Oh, okay.
I like City of Angels. That was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
I like how the angels are dark. They're black. Like they have the black cloaks, the black jackets. Like they can see things. They help people. Like, but I just love that movie so much. There's so much going on in that movie.
They're just kind of like otherworldly as well, which you'd expect angels to be. So
Right.
that's how I saw it anyway. But yeah,
And I
really like
love
that film.
the end, like when they're like when they're standing at the ocean, and like my part that has never left my soul from the time that I watched that movie, it affected me for 2 weeks. Like I could not sleep, I could not wake up, I could not nothing without thinking of the part where he said just one touch of her hand, one kiss of her lips, just one, I would do it all over again. Like that just sunk my soul.
You fell for it.
I did. I totally did.
That's how I feel about To Live and Die in LA. Yeah. To Live and Die in LA. Great movie.
Best movie of all time. I literally was in my living room, bawling my eyes out, stood up, and just couldn't stop clapping when it was over. I'm sure.
Cool, Mike Harper.
Like, I don't know what was going on, but
Zach's got something.
sure, absolutely, Zach. Give me a sec, buddy.
I have a part 2 discussion on unique abilities Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
Oh, right, cool.
Hi, Brady. Brady made it. Hi, Brady.
There's Brady. Hey, Brady.
There's Brady.
Awesome. Awesome, Zach. Awesome. I'll be there.
Yeah, that's amazing, Zach. I'll be there. Hey, I don't work this week. I can be on everybody's.
Hey, Doug,
Y'all
you
gonna
going
be seeing a lot of me this week.
Hey,
I'll
Doug,
be
are you
probably
on
doing
tomorrow?
pop-up lives in the
No,
evening.
I'm taking tomorrow off.
Oh.
But I will be dropping a review, which if you're a channel member, you've already seen. But it's what am I reviewing tomorrow?
I'm channel member.
Turn around.
I'm a
Look-
channel member. I'm a channel member. I'm a channel member.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Y'all best be signing up for Tug. That's right.
Yeah.
Tug's got good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Zach,
too.
by the way, I just got an idea for some of the videos that I'm going to start doing too. Someone was talking to me about like video ideas, and they brought up the fact that, one of the best books ever written was a Boy Scout handbook. So I'm going to start going through the Boy Scout handbook because I got it at home.
Yeah, I remember
So,
reading that
I
thing.
got one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to start doing those videos.
Yeah, one of the few things that survived from my youth was the Boy Scout handbook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, mine too. The cover is kind of tore up. You can tell I used it, but I still got it.
Mine's in probably mint condition or something.
If I still have mine, it's in the basement somewhere. But I don't.
Mike,
I
is it like that ball cap from boot camp that you stuck in your back pocket?
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, you go to the back of it, and it's where my dad kept track of everything I completed for the merit badges and stuff.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, it's got some good survival tips in the Boy Scout handbook.
It does.
Original. And Dan, you said that yours is in mint condition. You know how much yours is worth now? You could sell it for like $500.
Well, if I could get $500 for that sucker, it'd be gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Like I look for them everywhere.
If anybody wants Danny's pristine book, you just drop in the comments that you want it. Okay.
By the way, Chrissy, let me know when you're available this week.
Honestly,
I need to finish my new outro and I need help.
Yeah, I went and checked it out, Zach. I'm kind of at a loss too. I don't know what else to add to it. Like maybe a few more videos of some live streams or something. But I don't know.
Don't ask me. I'm lost.
But I think what you should do at the end, Zach, is keep the video of you like saluting everybody. I think that'd be cool. Salute right at the end of the song.
I just keep it real simple. When I start a video, I say greetings, and when I end it, I say blog over.
I don't have a thing. Like, I need to find a thing, I think, but I don't have a thing. I'm just like, hey, everybody. And then the end is like, peace.
Right?
Anyways. But yeah. Coldy said sorry that he didn't make it tonight. It was rough night for him.
Oh.
He also works crazy hours like I do. So he just messaged me and was like, yeah, sorry. It's gonna
just
be
make sure you keep pestering and then he'll come back next week.
No. He said it's one of those gotta go home and crash nights.
Right.
But I'll be live tomorrow. So I'm gonna blast him out. He'll be live tomorrow.
Cool.
Sweet.
I do have to tell you guys a secret though.
Okay, tell it live to everyone.
Yes. But I have to keep it mysterious. So I did hear through the grapevine that Corey is doing something tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know that might be way out of your guys' like time zones or areas or whatever, but it's something to do with this mysterious thing that he's doing for Project M.
Yeah, I just left him a message a while ago because his little thing that says it's going to be on. Don't only does it have 10 o'clock on it instead of 9, but it had the 10th instead of the 9th, the wrong day.
Yeah. I could message him and let him know as well. But
it's probably been drinking too much of that grape colored juice.
That foo juice. That foo juice. But yeah, so I have been asked if I'm available during this time. And I'm like, why are you asking me if I'm available during the time you're going live? And he's like, because you're going to be involved. And I'm like, oh. And I cannot tell you guys anything else other than that. So
okay.
I might be involved in chat. He might be trying to read my mind again. Like, try to read my mind. You're funny.
Can you read my mind?
Why you gotta go and be so complicated? Doug, I have one of those, and it's my best friend as well.
Wintertime, man. It's just like I'm always itchy.
All right, so guys, is everybody like Limey? You got anything coming up?
I keep thinking about doing a short little live stream to draw a line under something, but I haven't quite got round to it because I've been ill and stuff. And other than that, no, I'll be around. I might start doing regular things on my channel, but for now, I'll just be around.
Do you have something that you would like to read or share or anything? I'm just asking. I'm giving you the opportunity.
Right now?
If you want to. I'm just, you don't have to. No pressure. But if you'd like to, I'm giving you the free reins.
Well, the thing is, it's poetry, and some people might feel like it's Vogan poetry, where it's bad enough that people's intestines will crawl up the spinal cord and then throttle their brain to relieve them of the misery. It is brief, unlike a lot of my poems, which are very... No, I'll it's going to be on my channel at some point, either as a short or on the live stream or something. Like I say, it's drawing a line into something, and then we'll be moving on, and my channel will henceforth be drama-free. There you go.
There you go.
Killer Kyle, just to answer your question, because I saw people asking earlier saying, is he in Oxford? I'm in the Midlands. There is the Midlands and the West Midlands. The West Midlands have a completely different accent to me. I get told by people that I grew up with that I sound posh. I've no idea why. I think it might be because I read books and know fancy words, but apart from that, I've no idea. And yeah, that's where I am, in the Midlands, the furthest point from the sea in all directions possible, which might not seem that far to you guys, but it's a long way for me.
Wow. Midlands. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I get it in the neck from Northerners and Southerners, basically. It's great.
You also get it from California, because I'm like, what is this?
It's the crazy penny lady.
Crazy penny lady.
One of the wildest things I ever realized is, I can talk like a normal person. I can really articulate myself with the voice like Tug uses sometimes if I want to. Most of the time, I just use my old hillbilly drawl because I think it's kind of fun to talk like a hillbilly. I do it in jest, really, but I know a lot of guys from New York City, and they all talk like they from Brooklyn, and they got that deep Brooklyn accent, if you know what I'm talking about. But I got a friend from Buffalo, New York. He talks more like a hillbilly than my Southern accent. You can't really tell he's not from the South. So you can't really go by how people talk or where they're from, unless they're from just a specific spot. Like if they're from Brooklyn, you can usually tell because of that Brooklyn accent.
Unless they say the phrase, that's a tree shaker.
That's a tree shaker.
That's a tree shaker. You guys all know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, Zach's got something.
A crocodile hunter, just like where he's like, that's a tree shaker. Go ahead, Zach. We're gonna.
I got a poem published in 3 books when I was in 7th grade.
Wow.
Trees are tall, trees are small, trees have roots, some have fruits, trees have branches, some grow on ranches, some are redwood, trees grow in my neighborhood.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I like it. That's really
Zach.
cool.
That's awesome, Zach.
I like that, Zach. Way to expose
That's very good.
way to expose your inner self. Expose, like I said
Wait a
earlier,
minute.
a
Hold
naked
on.
tree in the
Zach,
wind.
Simplicity is underrated.
Did I get that right, Zach? You were 7 years old. And
7th
you got
grade.
published
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right, so that's
Seventh
about
grade, yeah.
12, is
3
it?
books.
12?
It's deep.
Now,
Yeah,
Wow,
that's cool.
that's really good.
And
Zach is a poet, and you didn't even know it.
He knew
If you had
it.
Longfellows on, it would show it.
I did a lot of poetry too, but it was usually on bathroom walls.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Zach,
Can't
remember
repeat one of
earlier,
them here.
I said we're exposed like a naked tree in winter to all of the elements
Oh,
around
that's
us.
right. Yes,
Thank you, Zach, because that just,
you brought it all full circle.
that's right.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Danny. Danny, it's your turn. I heard you speaking. Sorry.
Well, I just said that I did a lot of poetry too, but I did it all on bathroom walls, and I can't repeat none of it here.
Is it something like 8675309 for a
Oh,
good
no.
time?
No, not quite.
Here,
Danny J.
here I sit upon this throne. I'm using the bathroom. Please leave me alone.
Yeah, something like that, only a little bit more in detail.
If you tinkle
I
when you
did the
sprinkle,
clean version. I did the clean version.
if you sprinkle when you tinkle, please be a needy and wipe the seedy.
No, here my favorite was here I
Uh-oh.
sit all broken hearted,
Hearted.
aimed
Yeah,
to
I know.
blank, but only blank.
Only farted.
I
You can
didn't
say
that.
farted. It's okay.
Yeah, you can say farted.
See, I'm gonna get
Later
that
on,
thing
you
right
took a
place.
chance, tried to fart, but blanked your pants.
Everybody put poop emojis in the comments.
Yeah, Jerry Nadler, he keeps doing that. He keeps farting like on camera, on mic or
Well, I'm the
something.
one
Some
that
politician.
Who
blank.
does that?
Jerry Nadler. He got caught several times.
I said blank.
Flatulated. No.
There's actually a news story going
Oh,
around. I
yeah.
keep seeing it in my Facebook feed
Yeah.
where like a woman in the UK is like being sent to trial because she was like sending videos of her farting to her boyfriend's ex.
Well, that's funny. That's funny. That's really
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, we can get a bit crazy over here.
That's really funny though. Like
Wait.
where I would
What are the charges, though? Like,
I don't know. What's the
biological
crime?
weapon?
Where the hell
Flat-
Being
Yeah.
awesome? I'm sorry. I don't know what the crime is.
flatulence.
Noise
are-
ordinance?
No,
Disturbing the peace?
The worst thing they did in the movies, I think, was that movie The Help, where it showed the lady crapping in a pie, a shepherd's pie or something.
No.
oh God, yes.
So
Yeah, remember that? To get back at the rich people. They
No.
were mistreating her.
No,
Terrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you-
That
There,
was,
man.
No,
That was
you
just-
I can't watch that scene. I can't watch that scene.
No, if you think
what are you
that's the
putting out
worst
there?
movie ever made, you're totally wrong. You have obviously never seen The Human Centipede. There's a lot
Oh,
worse.
yeah.
I have, Danny. I have seen it. I have seen
There's a
it.
lot
I
worse.
can like name like a dozen worse movies for you, but I'm not
yeah.
going to.
Yeah.
Worse than the human centipede.
Yes, worse than the
I
human
s-
centipede
yeah.
by far.
I saw Human Centipede, and I couldn't walk straight for a week.
Wait, have you seen part 2?
No. After watching
Danny.
part 1, I was like, why did they make
Part
it 2?
2.
I just heard about it, and that
Part
was
There's a
enough.
part 2 of Human
Part,
Centipede.
no, there's a part 2.
There's a part 3 actually.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
but-
God.
Okay, human
Part
centipede.
3's
Part
garbage,
2.
but part 2's horrible.
Part 3 is garbage. Part 2 is horrible.
I mean, just horribly gross and a lot worse than part 1, but part 3's garbage.
Anyway,
So
I'm
apparently,
freaked
the
out.
woman is from Wales and was 25, and BBC News reported on it, who you expect to be somewhat serious, and they said when police caught wind, he was warned to cut it out.
nice.
See, I like
See,
news
that's the kind
sources
of
that do
journalism I
that.
can get behind.
Was there
Yes.
any cheese behind?
Yes.
Was there any cheese involved?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You can get behind it. Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did
you
there,
see
Chuck.
where yeah, okay, good. I'm glad.
there might have been Caerphilly is well known for
one,
Welsh
Doug.
cheese. So.
Hey,
No,
hey,
Chrissy,
I
there's
take
gonna be
no
some-
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
There's going to be some cream pie. What she said. She's right.
You
I'll never
should-
forget that
you
story.
shouldn't crack jokes.
Chrissy brought that one up. Innocently looking for a recipe, and
I know.
My daughter grounded me from Google and took all of my devices and locked her bedroom door and said
tell
you
me she was at
cannot
least 18 when the incident
Google
happened.
anymore. I said, all I did was look up cream pie. She goes, you didn't put the word recipe. You're grounded from Google. Oh,
Yikes!
I was just asking, like, what is this? What is this?
Oh my gosh.
My
Hey,
daughter
yeah,
says,
you know what? You know, in all seriousness
find out.
about that
You're gonna
story,
find
we shouldn't crack jokes. Just saying.
Crack. I got it.
The terrible Chrissy's, if you said you'll find out one of these days.
Oh my God! I just googled cream pie. I had to know. Oh God! I had to know.
Just do me a favor, Dan. Don't Google blue waffle.
No, just think
Don't
of
Google
the
it.
old
school. Yes.
But I'm ready to
don't tell
disturb it now. I'm
people that.
hungry.
Don't put that out there.
Oh, it's
Jesus,
already
none
out
of the
there.
people are suffering.
okay,
That's
look,
like
all I
old
know,
school internet.
all I know is
Yeah.
I legit just picked up my phone and was like, oh, let's see how other people make their cream pies. And I'm making like, all the cream pies for our family holiday
All the
dinner.
family and friends and the
Yeah,
whole neighborhood,
so like,
let's all have cream
cream
pie.
pie. And I'm like, just type it in cream pie. And all of a sudden I'm like,
Then you see the mayonnaise, right.
and then all of a sudden I said to my daughter, I said,
God. Oh man.
I'm making cream pies wrong. She goes, what? And then she says, no, it's not all my devices.
Oh my goodness.
But what kind of a sick freak would get off looking at that crap anyway, though? You know?
I don't know, but then I'm sitting there going,
God.
I don't know what just happened, but I lost all my devices. I'm just gonna
He grounded you.
Making my pies. I'm gonna go finish making my pies like a real person, like a real.
Was she at least 18 at the time? You never answered.
My daughter was, I think she was 19.
19, good.
Now here's the one where I messed up. Here's the one where I just messed up. I googled cream pie and I clicked images.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Danny, I told you.
Oh,
You
Danny,
have to put the
no.
word recipe.
Recipe for cream pie.
Danny,
Or you'll get something totally different.
Recipe. Otherwise,
Oh,
you're going to
Why could I
Pornhub.
be 59 years old and be so
You're going to find yourself in Pornhub.
And leave out chocolate swirl too.
Speaking of which, you ever seen that video of that boyfriend that is like, hey guys, my girlfriend just made $2,000 just selling OnlyFans. That's all she sells. It's just fans. And I'm like, oh no, he doesn't know what OnlyFans is.
Oh Jesus, no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, Japanese ones.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can be 59 years old and not know what some of this stuff is and be so naive.
That's because you don't have a dirty mind and you're not searching for the crap.
Danny, I am too, because look what happened. Like my literally was like cream pie.
Yeah. Just don't make bearded clams. Sorry.
I didn't realize till I was 15 years old how much I lived in a bubble anyway.
Oh man.
I better go. I'm getting punchy, guys. I got to get out of here. I'm
Too
corrupting your
much
show.
Pepsi. Too much Pepsi.
No,
It's freezing with the Pepsi.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
I got to take a cold shower, guys. I'm out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I did the same thing, Chance. Like we brought up my situation where like I was dumbfounded because I was looking up something and I said to my daughter, what is this?
No, it was innocent. It was innocent. Right.
Totally innocent. And so I was so dumbfounded. I went back and go, I don't even know if I want to make cream pies anymore.
Were you using a company
Everybody
phone?
can have apple and pumpkin. Fuck 'em.
Oh my God.
All I know is the
Oh,
minute this is over, I'm going to the refrigerator and I'm going to get the
Beep.
cream pie out.
Oh,
God.
then
Big old piece of cream pie.
definitely, Danny, don't Google Boston cream pie. Don't do it.
Do not do that. Do not
No,
do that.
no.
Look, I've corrupted Hilarious too. She was doing Bible verses, and now she's saying the cream puff or what? LOL. I've
I wouldn't
totally
think a
Look at what
Boston
we're doing to the
cream pie
world.
would be
For
too
him.
bad. I'd be more worried about a San Francisco cream
Okay,
pie.
but tell us, have you guys ever accidentally stumbled upon something on Google that shocked you like
Yes,
Yeah.
I was dared to look up water sports, and I thought, what could possibly be wrong with water
that?
sports?
Water sports. Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
I'm not going to explain it.
I think I know where you're going with that one.
It's like golden
Yeah.
showers, right?
Yeah, I like golden
Yeah.
showers, right?
Yeah.
Sounds perfectly benign.
That was a Beatles. It was a Beatles song, folks.
Oh gosh. Oh
There you
gosh.
go.
Golden showers or
The
golden
yellow
slumbers, something like
submarine.
that.
The
That's why I
yellow
mentioned it, because
submarine.
I'm John Lennon after all. So.
Right, you're John Lennon.
My mind.
That's what
Right.
you were. That's what you were singing.
Well,
technically.
Yeah.
If you, when I was younger, I accidentally found something called the Hun Yellow Pages.
Oh, gross.
The what?
Never mind. It was
I don't
horrible.
want to know.
Oh,
It's called the Hun Yellow
Ancient Chinese
Pages.
secret, Danny.
never mind.
No, I would like to know about this. Like,
You just-
I'm being educated. I educated you tonight. Now you can educate me.
I thought it was
Educated,
one thing and it
corrupted.
turned out to be another.
Oh,
But it's called the Hun Yellow Pages. It's
Yeah.
one of them websites, and it's a free. You just
It's
click
one of
on it,
those.
like 10,000 things you can click on, and it's free, dirty stuff. And
mm.
I
like
found
the
it
old
by
Porky.
accident. There's some stuff on there that might make you turn your head another direction.
You sound like the principal in Porky's 3. I had to sit through this filth. Twice.
Can we
Actually,
call it
it was
tallywhacker?
more like a car wreck. I didn't really
Tallywhacker.
wanna watch it, but I couldn't turn my head away. I couldn't stop watching. I just had to watch more.
Voyeur.
Yeah, I accidentally Googled Canadian snow cone because I heard the term and I thought, well, what's the difference between a Canadian snow cone and an American snow cone? Yeah, no. A Canadian snow cone is a sexual act.
Yeah. Hey,
I
I
didn't
was
know
at
that.
Goodwill. I was at Goodwill and I picked up a movie called Canadian Bacon, and I was thinking it was John Candy or something.
Yeah, the John Candy one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got home and threw it in the DVR and got a big surprise at how big Canadian bacon gets. It
They
was a
plump
whole
when you cook 'em.
different thing.
They plump when you stroke them. Yeah. Oh, man.
Gosh.
Got it at
Okay.
Goodwill for $1 too, man. That's just what blew my mind. I don't
No.
think I realized.
This stream started so wholesome and so
It did.
life affirming.
Real degenerates.
Do you hear me over here?
Not a long time ago.
I'm like the dark crystal. I'm
Wait.
over here.
Oh yeah. Well, when I was in the army, me and my buddies, we actually played a game, and it was to take regular movie titles and turn them dirty.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like like my first one that I came up with was Indiana Jones.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Nice.
What can you guys come up with? Let's go. Let's see.
Oh,
Charlie's
Be
anals.
creative.
Oh.
Men in Black Women.
What did you say, Dan? Charlie's anals? What'd you say?
Charlie's anals.
Yeah, don't put it on, Dan. That was you, Chad.
I'm not even into that, but whatever.
Lo-
Okay.
loose
Some
lemon.
movies you don't even have to change the title, and it can still be
I know.
like the Italian Job.
Yeah.
Or it could be the way you pronounce it, right, Tug? Like Titanic.
Right.
Because of the
Right,
scene
Titanic.
with,
Yeah.
with her breasts being painted. Yeah. Titanic.
Uh,
I was
Moose
always
Moose got
first
one
to
in
know
chat.
the Flesh Gordon movies. There's like 4 of them.
Flesh Gordon, yeah. There's a lot
I
of
think
Flesh
those.
Gordon.
they're not horrible.
Yeah.
Look at the
Moose
screen.
Man is
fellas.
awesome in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moose
Another
Man's
one,
got some
Tug,
funny
is-
ones.
Another one, Tug, is Deep Impact.
Oh, of course.
You
Deep
don't even have to
Impact.
change
There
it.
you go.
Nice.
I have one for you guys. The Abyss.
The Abyss.
Yes.
Full figure gal. Yeah.
Porkies.
Porky.
Porky's is intentional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Porkies is-
But
Then there's that movie called Porky's Revenge, which was more like
yeah.
yeah, it's Porky's, Porky's 2, and Porky's Revenge, right?
Porky's Revenge.
Oh yeah.
I mean, of course, there's Dirty Harry.
Harry at the
Oh,
dinner.
man.
Star Trek. I don't know. Star
How
Trek.
green was my valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it. I'll do kind of a clean one. The Lord of the Penis Rings, starring Dildo Shaggins.
Okay. This is a real one. This is a real one. Okay. Forrest Humps.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There you go. There's a good one. Star Wars.
There's TV shows too, like Family Affair. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, hey.
Keep it
I
in
just
the
thought of
family.
one. I just thought of one.
What you got?
Snatch.
Yeah.
An American Tale.
A Tale of Two Titties.
Oh, hey. What is going on here?
Hold on. I got the best one ever. The Da Vinci Load. Edward Penis Hands.
That's a thing. I've seen stills of that.
A bone collector.
These are horrible.
The bone collector. The boner collector.
The bone collector.
Saturday Night Beaver.
Beaver.
Oh, wait.
Uh,
I got one for you guys. Gone in
Real
60
Bill.
seconds.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Real Bill.
There's a pill
King
for that.
Kong.
Hey, instead of it Footloose, it's going to be It's Loose.
We're missing. That's a good in the chat too. Oh man, the Three Splooges, American Hair Pie. Oh man, got a million of them, folks.
The
Yeah,
Texas Vibrator Massacre.
Vibrator.
On his head.
Game of Bone.
Saving Ryan's Privates. I thought of that one too years ago. That's
Yeah,
funny.
is that-
Like,
Shaving
Booty.
Ryan's Private. Is shaving private,
Shaving Private
or
Ryan.
shaving? No, it's shaving Ryan's Privates. Yeah,
That's
there you go. Oh man,
the big red one.
The Born Identity.
I got one.
Go for it.
Fast and the Furious.
oh man.
Jesus.
Hey, I got one too. Spaceballs.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Another
of
intentional
course.
one.
Oh man.
I just had a really
Anaconda?
funny one.
Anaconda. Event Horizon. Man.
Lays of
Rambo.
our lives, said
I
Mooseman.
thought of something. You know how, guys, there's the Hunger Games. How about Thirsty Games?
Nice.
How about
Moby's Dick.
Frankenstein.
Moby's Dick. What's that? Oh.
Bit of culture. Bit of culture.
The Twilight Bone.
Ooh, Mission
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh,
I got one. I got one for
Jumanji.
Tug.
Come Manji.
How about this?
Lawrence of Arabia.
How about this? I got one. The Sperminator.
Another TV show. Different Strokes.
Oh. How about that one called Dawson's Crack?
Dawson's Crack. How about for Tug, the Twilight Bone?
Of course.
Oh man.
Free Willy.
Free Willy.
Oh man.
This is too fun. We have to do a live stream tonight.
Hey, BBB, this one's for you. Top Gun.
Oh, that's right.
But I prefer Donna the Head.
Me and Mayhem both at the same time.
Yep.
How about an X-rated version of The Big Bang Theory?
Oh yeah.
That's a good
another one. Another good one. Triple X. There you go. Right
Of
there.
course, yes.
I
course.
thought some game show ones actually like Snatch Game instead of Match Game, Snatch Game.
Yeah.
Still a Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fornication. Got a million of them.
Deep
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah, Deep Impact. We mentioned that one. The Jerk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
The jerk.
Nice.
Ooh, I have one you guys aren't probably gonna like.
Go ahead.
There will be blood.
Ew.
Ew.
I am the only girl on panel. I had to go there, okay?
Yeah.
All right, keep going, guys. It's fun.
You could watch that right after My Bloody Valentine. Ew.
Yeah. And then right after that,
How about The Sexorcist?
Of course.
and then right after that, how about Blow?
Blow, of course.
Oh, Brady thought of a good one. Get Hard.
Get Hard.
Get hard.
Night of the Assisted Living Dead. Okay. Audio isn't working. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't think I would want to watch Die Hard because that's not one way to go. No. Can't really close the casket. Especially in Zach's case, right, Zach? With your anaconda.
What about King Kong?
Someone said King Dong.
Yeah, I said
King
that.
Dong.
King Dong.
The Third Man.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Ocean's 11 inches.
What's up, Dan?
Ocean's 11 inches.
11 inch. I said Coxzilla.
I remember one when I was a kid called the Bone Ranger.
Bone Ranger.
Full Monty? Full Monty?
The Full Monty,
Monty.
yeah.
My sister used to call this movie. She used to call this movie by the wrong name. You ever hear I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
His sister used to call it everybody I did last summer.
Ooh, I just okay, but what about this one? Jurassic Wood.
Oh man.
A Clockwork Orange.
What can we do, guys? Come on, what can we do with the Dark Crystal? I'm like going like in my head, like The dark,
Crystal dildo.
the dark crystal. So I don't know, but I'm thinking like,
Yeah. The dark crystal. Oh, let's see. Well, I mean, it's not a sex
Yes,
movie, but it would be
Lane.
the dark. It'd be the dark crystal meth.
Brady got fire down below.
Another one for Chrissy. Any officer and a gentleman.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. What about Man of Steel?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
How about Saturday Night Beaver?
Of course. Yeah.
How about Leave It to Beaver?
Oh. Oh, man.
This is too fun. Like, we shouldn't be having
It
this
is.
much fun.
Everett Penis Hands.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Uh,
I have to keep laughing. I'm sorry.
What was that?
Okay.
Matt, instead of Matlock, what about Matt Lick?
oh,
That was an
Dumb and
old-
Dumber.
That was a real old one called My Bad
Yeah.
Lady.
I'm sorry, Dumb and Dumber.
School of Cock.
When Harry ate Sally.
Ooh, that should have happened. Then she would have been at that table the way she was.
yeah.
On Golden
Should
Blonde.
have happened.
On Golden Blonde, is that what you said?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to think of it.
Tears of the Cum.
Dandy.
Oh,
Glory hole.
Glory hole.
Fatty Shack.
A Few Good Men.
Lady in Manhattan.
Night of the Giving Head.
Yes.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go. Oh,
Oh, man.
My precious.
Romance in the Bone.
A triple X-Men.
Triple X Men.
Good Will Hunting.
Go humping.
Sword in the Bone.
Oh.
Fun with Dick and Jane, says Brady. That's good.
Sex Enders instead of Avengers Endgame. Sex
yeah.
Enders Endgame.
Right. True Grit.
True Grit.
I don't see
True
that.
Tit.
There you go.
True Tit.
Instead of a silicone implant. True tit. I like that one.
Oh, man. Oh, here's another one. Freddie Got Fingered.
Of course.
Remember that one?
Yeah,
How about Shaving Ryan's Private?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we said that.
The never-ending orgy.
Oh my God, I could not do that. That'd be terrible.
Land of the Lust.
The Greatest Showman.
Joe Man.
It's a show, not a grower.
The greatest grow man.
What is that Christmas movie, guys? 51st
Blown
Street or
in.
whatever it is, like
Okay.
Hooker on whatever street. 31st Street. Hooker on 31st
42nd
Street.
Street. I think.
42nd Street.
Hooker on
Thank you.
34th,
Yeah.
32nd
How about Blown in 60 Seconds?
There you go.
And then the old classic
RoboCock.
RoboCock.
RoboCop.
BJ Hooker, Moose Man says 684.
What was that Disney or like Pixar show that was about the meatballs?
Oh, chance of
Oh,
meatballs.
Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, that's
There
it.
you go.
Romancing the Bone.
That's right.
That's what she said. Are you on a tape delay?
Yeah, I think he is.
BJ
I
Hooker.
thought that we got the oldie
Sex
but good
and the City.
Wonder Bosom. That's a Linda Carter reference.
Wonder-
Emery says fire down below.
Right, right.
I like BJ Hooker.
Yeah, Moose Man's amazing. Moose Man's hilarious. I love Moose Man.
Mrs. Sexfire.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd watch that one though. Wouldn't that be a tranny?
Yeah. Buffy the Vampire Blower. Buffy the Vampire Blower.
But instead of the Rock, would it be Rock Hard?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Harry Pothead and the Sorcerer's been blown.
Are you taking notes?
No.
No,
Yes,
he's
I'm
right.
taking notes.
Chrissy, can you do
Nah,
this?
I gotta get it.
The Walking Head.
Walking Head.
It's hard to do.
Yeah,
Don't bite.
that sounds difficult. Don't bite.
Like the zombie. No.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Night of the Living Zombies. My jaw fell off, and I'm walking along just like that zombie on the movie that's just like no bottom jaw, just like. Oh, did Mayhem have to deliver some freight or something? I think he did. I think he had to work, unfortunately. But he might be back. But I'm thinking about like wrapping up, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
touchy.
But this was a lot of fun. Like,
It
I
was a
don't
lot
know
of
how we just went.
That's what I needed, man.
Okay.
Well,
Well, we just went completely sideways. I'm sorry, anyone. If anybody was offended, I apologize.
Breaking news, Chrissy. We got a winner, Forrest Hump.
Thank you, Moose Man. Thank you, Moose Man.
Carry on.
Moose Man, you're awesome. I actually was live with Caldy the other day, and Moose Man came up because we were doing some stuff that was different. And Moose Man came up and was like, I want to be part of this. Like, I got to know Mr. Moose Man, and it was super cool.
He lightened up.
Yeah.
Chrissy, can I tell you what? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. In the bad part is, in the last week, this isn't the worst for going sideways stream I've been on.
Oh, thanks, Danny. That's always sweet to hear.
Chrissy, can I tell you one I said when I was a kid innocently that cracked my mom and her girlfriend up?
Mhm.
Little House on the Prairie. I said, can we watch Little House on the Ferry? That's what I thought the show was called. I was 5 years old. Anyway.
Okay, so you guys know we were talking about earlier about Brad Pitt and the movie, right? Where it's like, what's in the box?
7. Yeah.
7 orgasms.
That's for the woman. Yeah. That would be painful for a guy.
How about
It's
just
nice.
infinity and beyond?
Oh,
Toy Story. Yeah.
Toy Story.
I mean, you've already got characters named Woody and Buzz. You know.
Yeah, one Doug. That's a good one.
Say good night now.
Yeah, we could say goodnight.
Yeah, I think we should.
But that was beautiful, guys. That was,
You
if
just
anybody
know how
watches this, I'm
people right
so
now
sorry
are
if you're
actually
offended.
Googling
I'm
these
so
movies.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's
and I'm
it
sorry
went
for all
to
the
fifth
people
grade.
who are actually Googling these
love it.
movies right now.
This is why I play the disclaimer of open mic.
We
And
earned
if you
that
think this is
parental
bad, wait
advisory.
till we get backstage. All right, we're ending the stream. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. We have some special things coming up. Make sure to check everybody out. Subscribe, like, and subscribe. Dog Style
Happy
Afternoon.
trails.
Pay attention because Sunday I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be doing something different. So pay attention, watch. You guys are going to see something crazy. It's going to be a little bit off, but yeah, it's going to be after the Super Bowl. Don't worry. I won't interrupt you guys. Super Bowl. I know how that is.
Star Horse. Star Horse.
No. I'm good. Yep. And
Good night.
night.
Night, everyone.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Everybody comes. Everybody hangs out. Everybody spends time. Okay, where is it? Why can't I find it? Okay, there we go. And peace.
Now, out in the country where the fields are wide, brain benders got that wisdom on the ride. From the dusty trails to the city lights, the drop of knowledge mixing wrongs and rights. Got that cowboy hat with a digital twist, bringing logic and humor that you can't resist. Cracking codes like a lasso, wrangling thoughts in a world of questions. They're connecting all the dots. Country house with a rap beat drop, brain benders y'all don't wanna stop. From the ranch to the stream, they're rocking the scene, solving mysteries like you never seen.